Hey guys. Okay. So I get this set up properly. I think we'll have a better look at it. Now it's always better looking at it straight on, but I think this will do. How's everybody doing? I'm gonna miss most of your comments because for whatever reason they don't display very nicely on here. But I'm gonna do my best. So I'll put you on live chat there. Yeah. What happened in Oregon? Oregon. Just reading your comments. Yeah, no, I'm not late. This is when I said I would be here, and I'm here. How are you guys doing? Some of you are not doing great, but fires are in Oregon? Okay. That's a bummer. I know there's some in California. Also a bummer. Of course. It's like, now the fires in California are the good ones. Don't worry about those. Okay, guys. As you know, we've been working on this painting. I've left it for a long time, but we are back. I'm going to try to talk loudly for all the people who can't hear me for whatever reason. I know most of you can, so if I'm talking loud, just turn down your volume. If you can't hear me, I don't know what to tell you. I don't control the volume on my side, but let's go with this. If you are here watching this and you're like, this is boring, and you're not here live, well, be here live. It's more fun because then we can interact with each other. But basically, what we're doing is we're going to try to finish this painting today. This is part 4 of painting. I don't normally paint like this. And I'm trying to do some techniques and stuff that I haven't done before. Because normally I paint people. Like, I have this picture here of Michael Jordan. Alright, I paint people. It's more my style. This sort of thing, I don't know how to do that. And I'm a finger painter, so it's, that's different. Oh, hey, you saw the Roadrunner video. Well, I'm glad you liked it. Okay, so as I've had this sitting around, I've been trying to figure out how I want. Hold on, let me see if I can move that. There we go. There was a huge glare on there. There we go. Does that work? I'm sorry about the weird lighting. So, well, hello, Amy. I'm gonna move this out of there. That might give me some more light, but hopefully it doesn't screw it up. Okay, you can see it more straight on. Okay, so I just sprayed it. We're gonna take some paints here. I'm gonna just see what this does. I might totally change my mind. I'm not really a good painter when it comes to, like, I think I can make nice pictures, but I'm not a good painter. What the heck? Sorry, I'm trying to show this to you so it's good. Macabre addition maybe to the painting. No, well, even though this isn't really my style, I do want to, every once in a while, make something out of my comfort zone. So this here is supposed to be that type of idea. That's good, bro. BS, you not? Bullshit, you not? Has anyone claimed this painting yet? Someone does want this. I can't remember who it is. But they do want it. Okay, so I I sprayed the painting. And now I'm taking some paint. I'm starting with white just to see what it does. And I'm just going to put it on the on the water. I kind of want to give it a blurry effect. And I forgot to grab paper towel again. Okay, I'm going to be right back. I'm going to go grab some paper towel. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. Okay, I'm going to be doing this. Thing that I'm doing here with some white, some green, and some of this turquoise color. And we'll see if we can get a good look here. Somewhat blurry, but not too blurry. And I don't know how to do that effect, because I've never done it before, because I've never needed to. But if this works, then maybe I will do it more often. I don't know. We'll see. Okay. 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 Now I've seen artists do this with paintbrushes, where they kind of blend it while every color is still wet, but we're beyond that. So now I'm just trying to do it with new paint. And it might totally not work, but that's okay. I don't really care. This whole painting is an experiment of sorts. Beyond, not beyond, what's the right word? It's not within my scope of work. And therefore, some of the technique and stuff I haven't learned how to do. And so we're kind of learning now. Does that make sense? Is anyone else here artist who paints? Hello Caitlin, hello Andrea, hello Tina, hello Michelle. Okay. Okay. I don't want it to cover what I've already done. I just want it to kind of like, I guess blending would be the right word. So we'll see. Except for I don't want this. I don't want the foreground to be blurry. I just want the background. And I don't know if this is really getting that effect. So we'll see. But basically what I'm doing is I'm kind of like getting a fog on there with this white and green paint over the water, and then I'm going to take a paper towel and kind of just take some of it away in spots and see how that looks. Okay. Probably using too much water, but whatever. Oh, I need that other green color. I haven't painted since the last time I showed you this, I don't think. But I always seem to lose my paints. Actually, no, I have painted. I painted that painting of Chief Joseph, but I painted that in the new studio, unfinished studio in the garage. Okay, now I'm going to try this. I don't know if you can see that on camera. I know that the autofocus, I can't change the autofocus for whatever reason. So I know some people complain about that, but that's like, I don't know how to not do that. Sorry about that. Okay. I don't know if you can see that, but like when I take away what I just fogged over, it kind of gives it some, I don't know, depth. Depth's probably not the right word. Actually looks kind of cool. Okay. Oh, that was too much. That's too much! Okay. Nice. Alright. Depth is the right word. Love all of this. Wish people would quit telling everything he does wrong. That's funny. I don't care if people tell me what I'm doing it right and I'm doing it wrong, and then that's like the opposite of progress. I don't mind that at all. Unless you mean like the people who just want to tell me I'm wrong even though they have no real experience with it and they just pretend that they know a bunch that they don't actually know. In which case I agree with that. That's annoying. When people don't actually know what they're talking about. Alright. Alright. Now I gotta just be aware of the drips and wipe those up. Because obviously when I spray it, the water runs down and then it creates like this pattern in there. Okay. Get some of this color in there. There we go. I painted a pretty dope skull and cross wrenches for my fiance. He's a mechanic. I believe that was the last painting I did. 8 years ago, huh? That's a while. Yes, sir, you nailed it. Okay, I'm gonna try one thing here. How do I do this? That was the wrong button. Well, hello, Lindsay. How are you doing? Ooh, what happened there? I don't know what this is, but I like it. Oh shit, I've ruined it. Uh, a slight level of macabre, hidden spider. Well, yeah, I guess I could do that. I don't know. Not really my thing for this painting. Also, this isn't grass. This is like supposed to be a bush that's opened up to show the sky. So this is slightly above horizon. The horizon would be down here somewhere. So, yeah, and I imagine this is supposed to be in like Ecuador or something. I don't know. I forget what kind of flower we were basing this off of at this point, but I don't think it really matters. It's just a flower. And I don't have any reference photos to look at this time because my other device that we were using is broken. So now it's just all whatever I feel like. Okay, so this side I did the foggy blurriness. It did not do the blurriness that I was hoping it would do. I think that is something that I got to do while all the paint is wet so that I can do some blending. Now I could repaint all of this, but I don't really feel like it because I actually like the way that this looks, more or less. So I'm just going to do the same thing over here just so it matches, because I don't know how well you guys can see it on camera, but to me this looks, to about this point here, looks different than this. So I'm just going to do the same thing over on this side to kind of give it the same look. And I know probably from the autofocus and stuff you can't really see what I can see, because you know, and plus on camera it's always a little different anyways. But we are going to more or less do the same thing. So this time, since I already know what's going to happen, I'm just going to do it willy-nilly. Or on that side I kind of took my, I didn't take a lot of extra time, but I took some time for that side. Okay, where's that paper towel? Bam. And again, I don't want the bird or the flower here to be with the same effect, so there we go. Actually, I kind of like this. Can you guys see that okay? This is not very convenient. If I had like a different camera setup, it's probably be better, but this is what I got. Sorry that it's taken so long to get back into painting this. It's just, I've been busy. But it's almost fall, so now we got to start our fall chores, and once we do that, all the summer getting colder, we kind of just leave some of the summer stuff alone, and we'll just tackle it next summer, because it really is going to take a lot of time and money to do some of the things. So it's not a big deal to paint instead, in my opinion. Plus I've also been doing client work here, so haven't really been doing a lot of stuff around the house. So, and plus I love painting. Even if this is not really my bag, I don't really care about this painting in terms of like being proud of it or anything like that. Not that I'm not, but it's just I don't really care about this kind of art. So I like that. That's kind of a good thing. Sorry, I forget what I was saying. I just I like the way this looks here. I forget what I was saying now, but my point was probably not that important, I guess. Well, that was a lot. That was a lot. Did you guys see the new Batman trailer? It's freaking awesome. Whoops. Okay. Damn it. I like that. Now it's running down here again, so I just gotta be careful about that. Just so it looks more natural, or more foliagely? That's not a word. But if it if it looks more like foliage, that's what I kind of want to do. So sorry about the buffering. I did paint Elmo for an individual I supported at a day program. It always made him smile when he seen it. Nice. Elmo. It is a hibiscus. Is it? Is that the one with Robert Pattinson? Yes, that's the one. I have high hopes for the movie when it comes out. Yeah, me too. I didn't watch the Justice League ones with Ben Affleck. Not that I wouldn't, but uh, this one is one that I will intentionally go see. I think. All right. Okay. Okay, now I gotta try to wait for this to dry a little bit. And then I'll do another layer, I think. And then once it's dry, I'll get to know exactly what it's gonna look like, I think. This should only take, I don't know, maybe 5 minutes to dry, I think, because it's just water and a little bit of acrylic paint. So we'll let that dry now. And whilst it's drying, I will try to get to some comments here if anyone has any questions or whatnot. Let's see here. Live chat. What I see is like a distortion from the sun shining through when you take a picture, but that's just me. I like the effect. Everyone interprets art differently. But I want you to interpret exactly what's in my head. No, I'm playing. Okay. I wish I had another device to read the comments. Um, how's Hank doing? What do you mean? In terms of being a dog? I think he was one of the worst Batman ever. Him and George Clooney. So actually, hold on. A better way to describe that is, yeah, a better way to describe that rather than saying Michael Keaton was one of the worst Batman is by saying that the standard, the standard to me, and I think to probably most people, would be Christian Bale is the best Batman. And maybe that's because I grew up on it, but I did see all the other Batmans before that. So I don't know. Christian Bale to me is the best Batman. But to be fair, I didn't watch the Ben Affleck one yet. So he might be good too. I heard the movies weren't so good, but that doesn't mean that he didn't play Batman really good, you know? But I mean, when someone becomes like the best at something, or like, I mean, I guess that's subjective, but when someone becomes like the standard for what is, like good, then it's hard to even appreciate someone else's good performance because you already have in your mind that someone else is better, right? Yeah, I don't know. Like there's some subjects, yeah, maybe subjects. I don't know if that's the right way to describe it. Where you'll like something and you'll even like it when someone else or something else does it, but then you're just like, yeah, but it's not as good as X because that's, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really say that too good, but hopefully you know what I'm talking about. All right, let's see what you're saying. Sorry about that. I pressed this learn more by accident. How's your living roof doing? Still alive? Yes. We did have frost, so the tall ones are they look dead, but I don't know if that's just the way that what you would have to deal with them anyways. So we had a frost, but the shorter plants are still doing fine. Uh, I think it's a generational thing too. Michael Keaton was hot for his time and generation. Really? I don't think he's a handsome man, but that's just me. Andrew has to go to work. That's a shame. Oh, the Batman on TV. I like that kind of, but I also didn't like it. I didn't like it that when they were fighting, those stupid, like the things would pop up. I hated that. But now growing up, I think that's hilarious that they did that. But at the time, I was like, ah, I want to see these fights, even though their fighting sucked. Like it's so unrealistic. If you ever got in a fight, and that's how it, well, actually, most movie fights are unrealistic. Most people, when they fight, you'll see they flail, right? And they chicken arm haymaker every single punch, which is definitely not efficient in real life. But you're just trying to hit something and not get hit. So people like tuck their head and they just flail, which like real fighters don't do that, right? They they're calculated in how they fight. So in movies, when people fight like even better than how real fight, like it's so choreographed, right? Like that would never happen in real life because unless both people were fighters and somehow just couldn't hit each other well. And also, like when you get punched in the face, like it hurts. In movies, they act like nothing happened. They get thrown through like walls and stuff, and they're like, meh, let me just get up, no problem, and start beating the crap out of this guy back. That doesn't happen. And getting headbutted, and somehow no one ever gets knocked out unless it's like the hero right when he's about to solve the problem. But then later, somehow he can take a freaking train to the chin. Yeah, it's not too realistic. Okay, this is sort of dry, but not really. But I'm just doing a little more dabbling here while I talk to you guys. Whoop, gotta shake that up. Bam, boof. Hi, Josh. I'm out of the hospital, but lots of work at home because my husband is not domesticated in any way. Well, I'm glad you're out of the hospital. I don't remember you telling me you were in the hospital, but I'm glad that you're good. Uh, I don't know what else to say, but I'm just glad you're good. Sorry that you were in the hospital in the first place. What the? What's wrong with this paint? I think this is got too cold. This paint is ruined. It's ruined, I think. Uh, it was a very different time then. We didn't have real violence. I would say as time has gone on, we've gotten less violence. At the time, you just didn't see the violence, probably because there was no social media and newspapers could only they were local. Now you see stuff from all over the world, but as time goes on, like think of it like back in the day, right? Back in like the Egyptian times. I don't know. Like it was like a part of I don't know their culture, but it was a part of many people's cult. What the frick? Okay, this paint is trash. I will probably pick that up and put it back in there by accident, but that is not gonna work. I need a different yellow. Oh, okay, good. This is the same color. Let's try this. What was I saying? Oh yeah, that's good. That's good. Nice yellow. Stick a little bit of yellow in there. Yeah, there we go. You know what? I wish I thought of this before because I would have made this way. Of course, if you watch from part one, then you know that I wasn't even going to do a hummingbird at first. Okay. We also want to make this look more defined. Defined? Is that the right word? Probably. It could be the right word. Maybe we'll do this color here. Sorry, what was I saying? I'm glad you're out of the hospital. Old TV Batman was more cartoonish, kind of fun. Right. Big difference between boxing and street fighting. Oh yeah, boxing. Boxing is kind of boring for me to watch, honestly. But the UFC, I like that. That's like, if people could, I guess there is boxing in UFC technically. But I like it when there's few rules, you know? Because it's more realistic. Because like on the street, not that I would want to fight anyone, but no, I wouldn't. I don't want to fight anyone. But like, if you're on the street, there's no. Well, I mean, you might have a gentleman's agreement, like no nut shots, and I have a job, so don't punch me in the face. But that's kind of rare. No one's really gonna respect that, especially if it's like a real fight, like say I don't know, someone just rolls up on you. If you're fighting like someone you know, then there might be a gentleman. Any like referees or anything like that. There's just going to be people who see it, or maybe no one sees it. And the UFC is kind of rules, but that's to protect the fighters from getting too hurt, which is kind of what's the word? Ironic? No, not ironic. What's the right word? Oxymoron? That's not it either. I forget what the word is, but I don't know. But they obviously get hurt. Like their faces are all swollen. Have you ever gotten in a fight or seen someone who's been in a fight? Then like movies are so unrealistic because they like hardly ever have any like swelling or bruises or anything like that, and they like never limp, especially the hero, unless the script says have a slight limp while you drink your victory coffee or whatever the movie is. And then something else will happen and then they'll be whatever. Or they'll limp at the end of the movie, like after they walk away from an explosion without even looking at it. Which in real life, explosions are awesome to see. So you would look at it. You wouldn't just be cool as a cucumber walking away from the explosion. Especially like how massive they are in some movies. Would no one would be like, dude, it would have been cooler if you didn't look at the explosion. I saw all the other stuff that happened, and then I was disappointed that you turned around and looked at this explosion, which was epic. Okay, let's see what this flower is gonna be looking like. I think I need to do something like right there. I need it to look more like, I don't know how to paint flowers, to be honest. They have like so many like folds and like, different depths and highlights and blah blah blah, and I don't know how to correctly portray that, especially since I'm not really looking at a picture. So I'm just, that didn't help at all. Where's that purple? I want some of that purple stuff. I don't see the purple. Crap. Okay, this is purple. Of course, I left the cap off and now it's dried out. Why wouldn't I have done that? Why wouldn't I have done that? Ah, here's the purple. Okay, I don't know why I didn't see that before. Okay. Ooh, that's actually kind of a cool color. Okay. Now I need like... How can I make that look more like I'm trying to make it look like, you know? I don't know how this would look. Ah, whatever. It's a flower that has weird petals. That's what we'll call it. As your art is an expression of your imagination, is this piece an experiment to see if you can achieve this form? Conscious, some people will blow smoke up. Conscious? Some people will blow smoke up your ass regardless of what you do. You know what is very, I don't know exactly what you're asking there with conscious. Some people will blow smoke up your ass regardless of what you do. As your, okay, let me read this again, sorry. As your art is an expression of your imagination, is this piece an experiment to see if you can achieve this form? Conscious, I think you're asking like, though I'm conscious that some people will say it's awesome even if it's not. Okay, so if that's what you're asking, let's first answer the second part of that. I actually hate it when people will say that I did something awesome if they don't actually think so. Or, I mean, they might think it's good based off of their own ability, but if I think that I can't do something and I see someone else do it, but it's not nice or not good or whatever the case may be, I don't I don't then just say that it's good just because I can't do it. So when people do that to me and I can tell they're doing that to me, it's actually very disappointing because it's like you can't grow when you're like when people just tell you what you want to hear, you know? Now, if people are dishonest by saying that something that I do sucks, I can also usually tell that they're just trying to like hurt my feelings or whatever the case may be. And that doesn't bother me. Down one more time. Am I doing this? Is this piece an experiment to see if you can achieve this form? This piece is an experiment just because I don't really like painting animals, and I would like to be able to paint every once in a while. I want to paint an animal, and I would like to be able to be like, yeah, cool, I like this piece as well. Most of the animals that I've painted, I don't really care for. I do like the elk painting that I did, and I do like this giant whale piece that I did. Those two I actually really like. But even though I think some of the other animal pieces are done well, I'm not really proud of them because I don't know. I think they're not as impressive. Not that I'm a very impressive painter because I don't have I don't have the ability, but even if I did, I don't have the patience to do something that's like really super realistic. And um, how do I say this? I really wish I was better with words. I wish I could communicate what's in my head. When it comes to painting people, I think I can paint a picture that looks like the person, even though I like to describe it as like an abstract realism. So it looks like who I'm painting, and you can see that by just looking at it. You don't have to like search for who it is I'm painting. And I think that's cool, especially since I finger paint. Finger painting is like you're limited to what you can do, at least at my level, because I mean I can only paint as good as I can paint, and I try to do my best in every painting. But when it comes to animals, animals don't look like, they just look like animals. Whereas like a painting of a person, like if I were to paint like this Michael Jordan piece, right? Like this, sorry, I can't hold it too far away. This looks like Michael Jordan, right? Whereas this just looks like a freaking hummingbird. It doesn't look like a particular, like I could say, oh, I painted this black man who plays basketball, and then but like if you saw it, you'd be like, oh, that's Michael Jordan. That's not just any old black guy or any old human or however you decide. I would decide to describe it. Whereas this, I'm like, oh, I painted a hummingbird with this giant ass flower. That's not as it's not as cool, but I do want it to be. So every once in a while, I will paint it. I want some of that purple stuff. You like that? That's from Dave Chappelle. Hello, Chris. Mix red and blue equals purple. Right, but also I just like this purple. This color purple is it's a nice purple, which is the color I was looking for. Okay, this is still not dry. I put too much paint in it, but it's almost dry. And actually, up here where I put a lot of white, that's dry up there. That that looks kind of that kind of looks like I want it. You know, it kind of looks foggy back there. It's like kind of got that morning fog look in a way, like a morning dew look. You know when I guess it depends on where you live, but where I live, um, we live in like a wet area. It's like called the wetlands, I guess you could say. And um, in the morning, depending on like whatever temperature or whatever, you will see like this white blanket just above the ground, and it's like I don't know, it's probably like 2 feet thick or something like that. And then there'll be like other layers above, like just depending on I don't know how it works, but probably where a lot of you guys live, you see that as well. Especially out in the country where it's less warm, there isn't like that concrete heat or whatever you call it. I don't know what it's called, but um, when you like where I live, like in my yard, in certain summer, I'll try to capture it in a vlog. It's too late in the season in the year now, but maybe next year I'll try to do that and I'll put it somewhere. You'll have to remember that's what I'm doing, but you'll see like a blanket of white, and then further up there will be another bit of white, and then further up, I don't know, up 20 feet high or something like that. You'll just see like this. It's kind of like a fog, but kind of not at the same time. I don't know what it's called. It's kind of a mist. But anyways, that's kind of what this looks like. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Hello, Dave. Hello, Terry. Hello, Mimsy. Michelle. Michelle's painting her cabinets. Thanks, Lindsay, for I'm on a hoverboard in space. Oh, hey, my brother's here. My brother? My brother! My brother Will is here. Uh, he's gonna get on his other account, his art account. Yeah, maybe go check. Hey, Lindsay, if you haven't already, put a link to Will's account as well. I always point to the comments, but probably since the comments show up differently for you guys, you don't see what I'm pointing at, especially since like they're probably scrolling for you and I have them stopped. I paint and I think your work is inspirational. I've just started painting with my fingers. Dude, that's sick. There's my brother again. My brother. My brother. So, there's a story behind the my brother. My brother. Me and Will didn't grow up together, or Dakota. Dakota and I grew up together, but Will didn't grow up with us. Anyways, he then we got uh, like we were together for I don't know a few months anyways when he was 16 and I don't know I forget how old I was but anyways I think it was 13 I guess or 12 anyways he then moved away again and then we lost contact because we didn't have I don't know why exactly but we just did and then a few years later like 5 years later or something like that he like I get this message or maybe I messaged him I don't remember but on Facebook and then I think I messaged him and then he like messaged my brother with a question mark and then like 5 seconds later he wrote my brother again but instead of a question mark it was an exclamation mark. It was exciting. I was like I think actually I found him and it was by accident. I think this was one of those uh I don't know what it is how I found him but anyways I was working actually with the guy who used to own this house and I'm like hey who does this look like and he's like that kind of looks like you and I'm like yeah right I think this is my brother. And then, yeah, I think I messaged him. I think that's how that worked. And then we went to Tim Hortons. And, yeah. Anyways, thanks, Dave. I like your animal painting. I wish you had more of them available in prints. Yeah, I didn't make very many of them available in prints because I didn't think other people would like them, to be honest, because I don't really like them. I think they're nice, but they're just not as cool as the people that I paint, I think. Well, I know I wish I could afford it, and David is out right now, and I forget who they are, but this is sort of spoken for, but it's 1,000 Canadian. Missed, yes. Thanks, Josh, for the explanation. RE animal art form. I guess we only humanize animals that we know, hence your sketch of Hank looked like him as you are emotionally connected. Well, dogs, certain animals, I mean, you'd have to know the animal to know what it looks like. Because, like we have a fox, and I can tell that it's that fox versus another fox. But that's because I see them all the time. I wouldn't see them. But I could paint a fox and you would just be like, oh, that's a fox. It wouldn't be like, oh, that's that fox that you've had around your place because, it's just, so I mean, animals have their look, their individual looks, especially if you get to know them, but like, it's hard to capture that in a way that is recognizable. Whereas for a person, if a person is famous, you're likely to know what they look like if you know them, especially if you're a fan of them. But like for this Michael Jordan painting, if I just painted like another black person and said it was Michael Jordan, you would be like, no, it's not Michael Jordan. That doesn't look like him. But if it was a fox, I could say, oh, that's the fox that's been running around my yard. You'd be like, okay, right? Like, because you just don't know. It's just different. Uh, ground fog. Oh, is it called ground fog? Fog? Shu is from Panama is here too. Hello. Your hummingbird looks like a jewel. My dad used to call that a heat haze. Obviously it wasn't, but as kids we went with it. Right, there's probably a lot of like words that you grow up with and you're like, "Oh, hey, that's the splonko." And everyone else is like, "What?" Yeah, it's the splonko. My dad used to call those splonkos. And then you're like, person's like, "You mean swing set?" What's a swing set? No, that's a splonko. you know? Oh, that'd be hilarious. Such a stupid word. A non-word to call a swing set. Swing set. It would have been easier to call it a swing set. Daryl Brown is here. Here we can walk around the ground mist and watch move. Ground mist is here. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Hey, Dalton! That's my nephew Dalton. He's here. Although, how long ago was that? It was 4 minutes ago. Dalton, you guys know him? Dilly Dilly Dalton. He's living in LA. Remember when I was there, I stayed at his place. I love the rooster. I have prints available of that rooster. I actually have one right there, a canvas print that I got. Someone wanted it, and then they were like, never mind. Which is totally fine. I don't care, but that's why it's there. I think it's a 14 by 14. I love the flower. Where are the birds' feet? When they fly, they keep their feet tucked up under their tummy, but still visible. Looks a bit odd to not see the feet. Uh, they're in their feathers. How do you know it's not visible? You know how tiny their feet are? I've never seen a hummingbird's feet ever. I don't think. I don't think I've ever seen one land before. But I've never seen them while they're flying. I love the flower. Oh, I already read that. Thanks, Sarah. I'm glad you like them. The grizzly painting was the first one watched, and all I thought was that it was so cool. Always look forward to all of your artwork. Well, I'm glad you like that. That actually is one that I also liked doing. Um, I wish I could have made prints, but the person who bought that didn't want me to make prints. Which usually I will say, like, if I do a painting for $1,000, that I am going to make prints of it if I want to, and I forgot to say that to them. Although I think I charged them more than $1,000 for that. I don't remember how much it was, maybe 2,000. So it probably wouldn't have mattered anyways. But yeah, that one was actually a pretty good piece. Um, Sunday. I don't remember what your question was, but I'm glad that I answered it and you enjoyed that. I have a tattoo on my hand that is very. It's like, yeah. I have a. Hey, don't you have a tattoo like that? Yeah, but no. Oh, that's funny. Okay, I have a problem here making this foreground not blend into the background. I don't really know what to do exactly. I could just do the obvious outline. Well, that's a little thick. Actually, you know what? That's actually not bad. I'll probably thin that out a little bit though, because that seemed a little thick. Okay, let's see. There we go. There we go. Um, Thanks, Elise. Did everyone see the Roadrunner build? It is marvelous. I so want one now. I emailed Josh with the commission. Oh, really? You want one too? Bonnie has like, I don't know how many pieces of mine, 3 or 4 maybe now, or maybe not quite that many. She's in the commission book a couple times though. But she is a great supporter. She even made cards to hand out to people, like business cards for me. Which I think is awesome. I think she lives in Florida. So everyone in Florida now that I know that, I'm gonna like, did you get a business card from Bonnie? That'll be funny. One on the day that they say yes, I'll be like, right on. Okay. Okay. That kind of works. All right. Yeah, but most animals don't have really strong distinguishing characteristics as individuals, so you won't get that level of recognition. I bet you can paint a picture of Hank or another dog and know. Yeah, but most people's dogs just look like themselves, I would say. Although there was this dog, okay, you know how we have, like, it's not my dog, but my brother-in-law has this dog Duke, and he's in my videos quite often. Well, Duke is husky crossed with a blue heeler, and there was this dog in the, like, at the pound or whatever, not at the pound, what do you call it, at the rescue place, and her name was Daisy, and she looked just like Duke. Two dogs that look the same, and then their names are Daisy and Duke, but we didn't. Oh, thanks, Lindsay. Just killing it today. Hello from Maryland. Maryland. Love the painting. I especially like the composition. Thanks, Lindy and Barb. Beautiful, Josh. You're so talented. Thanks, Gene. Love the painting. Thanks, June. But it isn't capturing the soul of the image you create the key, Josh. You created art of indigenous people from Canada that I did not know or know about, but they seemed alive on the canvas. I don't really think of art that way in most senses. Like when I paint a picture, I'm just painting a picture, and it might mean something to me, but I'm not. I don't know if I'm necessarily my goal is to capture. Well, maybe it is, but I'm just not that deep of a person. I'm not like, I don't really subscribe to that sort of attitude when it comes to art. I do think that art is important, and I do love creating art, and I like it when people love it, but I don't. The goal is not for people to be like, well, maybe it is. I don't know. Yes and no to your question there. I'm glad that you got to know who those people were. Some of them, well, I guess all of them, have done important things, I would say. I guess it depends on what your values are, if you would agree or not. But I would say that they've done important things, and they are important figures when it comes to historical reference. Okay. Roadrunner. It's so cool. Okay, I'll try to remember that. Most photos of flying hummingbirds do show their tucked up feet. The ones that visit my feet or have their feet visible against their tummy feathers, not covered by the feathers. Oh well, I don't care. I don't I don't know what it looks like, and I don't have a picture, and also I don't feel like going to look at one. Maybe I'll put them in there later. I know that I've never seen it, or I've never been conscious of seeing it. Maybe I'll do another. Oh, I should have waited for that to dry a little bit. Yeah, I'll wait for that to dry. I'll put in another one of those, whatever those leaf. Oh, you can't even see what I'm doing there. Little leaf things there. That's like soaking wet. So we'll take that away for now. Soaking wet because I sprayed it a couple times. Okay. I have 7 pieces of your art. 7. Oh, it's just 7. How many did I say? 3 or 4? Where can we see the prints you have available for purchase? They're on the Facebook page. I don't have an album that says prints available, but if you just look through the albums and click on the pictures of the ones that you'd like, it will say if it has prints or not. There is something about the flower I don't like. To me, it's like it's setting in midair. It needs to be grounded. Well, the ground is way the heck down, like down there past the floor. So that's not going to happen. It's got a stem, and the stem goes, you know, it's like one of those flowers that just like leans over because it's so top heavy. But I mean, if it was grounded, then also the bird would be like this high off the ground. That would be so stupid. But imagine if you will, that it just keeps going. I guess I don't know. Since this is the first of flowers in Hummingbird, I think you're going. I think you meant doing a good. Sorry about the buffering, guys. Oh, what the hell did I do? Forgot my robot. My battle bot. Wrong again. There we go. I don't know what kind of flower that is, Patricia. We were using a couple reference photos just to get some shape, but I don't know what it is. Okay. I wonder. I wonder how. Wonder how I should do this bird here. Okay, I'm just gonna stand back from this because I'm pretty close to it. I'm gonna see what I can see. Actually, it's not so bad. I think I want to do some more in here. Hmm. Okay. I wonder if this is dry yet. It is, basically. gonna have to work on that leaf there, or whatever this thing is called, for a bit, so I can get it. There we go. Change it up a little bit so that I can kind of get. Oh, actually, that's not so bad. Never mind. That's not so bad. Okay. Okay. There we go. I think. I wonder what other colors would look good on this. I don't have very many colors in here because they're mostly outside. This might be a mistake, but I have some orange. Let's see if that looks good or absolutely horrendous. I don't actually know. Love this painting since it's the first on the Hunger and Flower. You are quite creative. Thanks. See you later, Mimsy. Will I see you late? Oh, Bradley Wood. I'm like, what? Somebody from Florida on now. Cool. Hey there, Eternal. Looks awesome so far. Hey, this is a finger painting. That's the miracle of your work. Miracle? That's a miracle. That's a generous description. Ooh, that looks kind of cool. Just a little spark of orange. Make this a Halloween picture. There we go. Love orange and pink together. Orange for a win. Okay, well, I'm glad that the orange is working out. I mean, I think it looks good. If I didn't think it looked good, I would just take it out. Okay. Okay, now I gotta work on this bird a little bit. And maybe I will put feet on it. Although, how would you see them from the side? Also, I don't know what they look like. I'm gonna need some black, I think. I'm assuming they have black feet. So, and there's not, their feet would be somewhere here. Right? So if their feet came out, they'd be like this. So if they did that, and then they tuck them in somewhere in there. Oh, fuck. Whoops, almost cursed there. Oh, crap. That's not what I meant to do. Sometimes my mitts are a little bit too big for doing that kind of small. Probably have to wait for that to dry a little bit. That was dumb. I shouldn't have done it. I shouldn't have done it. Okay, but anyways, as I was saying, get into this bird a little bit. Get rid of some of this solid color, like right in here. I don't know if you can see that, but it's just like that turquoise color. I want to make it like more, like a bunch of colors kind of to make that color. You know what I mean? Kind of like how the flower isn't, I mean, it's supposed to be a red flower, but it's got so many colors in it. This has a lot of colors in it, but like their feathers have got to be super teeny tiny. Oh, Selma sent me a hummingbird picture with this bird's feet. It has a anklet on. That is very hard to see. But I will use that picture as a reference picture. You know what? That, I don't know how well you can see that, but that actually kind of looks like that sort of, but just in the wrong lighting. Is that the word? I don't know. Not, there we go. There. Now you have to use your perfect eyesight to kind of see the, oh frick. Okay. There, that kind of is what I'm trying to do. Kind of. Although, if this bird was in a different position, it would be easier. But that's kind of what I want to do, I would say. There we go. There we go. Venus flytrap and the hummingbird for a fly or spider for a Halloween theme. You mean like right here, right now? Just be like, screw this whole painting. I could do that. I'm not going to, but I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying there. Who was that again? Linda. Linda, are you the Linda that the to be continued Linda? Or I think that was Linda. My hibiscus are orange double ruffled blooms, quite striking. The bush is nearly 5 feet tall. I don't know what a hibiscus is, but if it looks kind of like this, then this could be a hibiscus. I don't know much about flowers, to be honest. I should say I know almost nothing about flowers. Hey Josh, did you ever paint something that you dreamed and thought it was cool? No, I don't think so. No, I don't really remember my dreams so much. I just remember if I had like a dream where I was, say, flying or something, and I'll be like, "Oh, I had a flying dream last night," but I usually won't remember what happened in the dream. Um, Meaning to make a different painting, not the same. Ah, does dry skin or cuts on your fingers mess you up while trying to finger paint? Uh, I don't really get dry skin on my the on this side of my hands. Cuts, I imagine probably do, but I don't really notice it. I usually paint much bigger than this, or I prefer to, I should say. And so the detail isn't so small. Like I used to only, well, not only, but a lot of my paintings were 36 by 48 size canvases. But the thing is that people don't have room for that in their house, so I didn't sell as many as I was hoping to. Um, so then I switched. Now the smallest I paint on is normally 24 by 36, and then there's some of these odd sizes in there as well. It just depends on what I'm painting. Me, but if you sent them to me on social media, then yes. But I can't access them without getting out of here. I just got this picture from who was that? Selma, because she's friends with me on Facebook, and so it pops up on the Messenger app. Uh, did you know that hummingbirds cannot walk? I didn't know that. I had no idea. I've never seen them walk before. So I guess that makes sense. Josh, are you able to explain how you get depth of field on your paintings, please? The angles we have here makes it hard to tell and risk being two-dimensional to the viewer. Depth? Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can go like this. Can you... Whoop. Sorry, that's not a great view. I don't know how well you can... Ah, shit. How well you can see that. But it's like... Uh, in person, you can tell that this is the foreground, except for maybe here and here, which I gotta work on a little bit. But how do I achieve it? I don't know if I do achieve it, so I can't answer that question. But it kind of probably does look two-dimensional still, I would say. As I said earlier, I'm not a very good painter. So I don't know the principles and techniques and methods into a lot of what goes into painting to make a picture come out properly, but I just do my best. I think I can make a nice picture, but there's a lot that I just don't understand. Send you pick a messenger of a humming in flight with feet. Are you Selma? Probably. Maybe? I don't know. That's the only person who did. Painting colors are nice. Would be good in a library. Guys, Ashley's not going to watch this, so I'm going to tell you guys. I have a plan. I have no idea when I'm going to be able to do this, but it's just a bunch of lawn. Well, right on that side there is my apple tree, right? And my apple tree is producing some apples, which makes this kind of sad. I've already talked to Clint, and we figured out a cost to do some of the work. But, okay, I don't have any kids. I don't necessarily plan on having any kids. But my house is a bachelor pad. And so if I were to have kids, let's say it happened by accident, the only bedrooms we have is this bedroom and the other bedroom across the way there. And it's weird to put your children in a basement until they want to be in the basement. You know what I mean? So I was thinking well, me and Ashley are both thinking of building an addition off our house, going out our windows, down some steps, and then into there where that tree is, that apple tree is. Which, by the way, Ashley made some apple crisp the other day. freaking so delish. Anyways, making an addition there, and then what made me think of it is the library. So you would come down some steps to get into the addition because we wouldn't make it part of the basement here, and then have that be a really tall ceiling because it would be the same ceiling height as the rest of the house, and then on top of there build two bedrooms. So that bottom floor or whatever is going to be the library. And I remember Ashley telling me back when we were in grade 9, when we were 14 years old, that she would love it to have a library in her house. And then she also told me that she would really love it if there could be, like, her dream home would have a, what do you call it, with the telescope shit in it? Uh, observatory? Conservatory. Observatory? One of those. A telescope room, we'll call it. So I was thinking it would be cool to have the library, which she already knows about, and the two bedrooms on top, and a bathroom that she already knows about. But then having a third half floor and then half balcony be an observatory, which she doesn't know about. So, um, gonna be empty until till an accident happens. But anyways, that's been on my mind for the last few months, trying to figure out how we can do that sort of thing, and it's just there's so much still left to do. But by the way, I've figured out what I'm gonna do for my floor in my bedroom or closet, or maybe both. So I'm gonna be working on that maybe in the next vlog. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see, guys. I have a lot of plans. A lot of plans. I just take time sometimes, unfortunately. Okay. Okay. I have to let this dry. I keep messing with this, and then I keep screwing up. So let's let this dry a little bit. Gotta head out to open house for my high schooler. We'll look later to see how far you get. Loving it so. Oh, thanks, Elise. Elise. Hello, Kathleen. The what, Linda? If it's something good, then yes, that Linda. If it's something not, then no, not me. The Linda, the to be continued Linda. Are you the Linda who told me to put the to be continued at the end of the vlogs? Try it, which would be a good thing. Almost midnight here. Good night. Alright, see ya, Sarah. I have flying dreams all the time. They're interesting. Yeah, I have them all the time too, but I just don't remember what I'm doing in them. Sometimes I have these flying dreams where I don't actually fly, but I can jump like the Hulk, which I usually prefer more. If you can prefer a dream over other dreams. And sorry, I said I was gonna let this drive, and I'm for whatever reason. This is how I paint, okay? I'm just like, hey, I'll do this, and I'm like, never mind, I am impatient. I have ADD. I must keep moving. I must keep talking. I must keep being a distraction to my classmates when I'm in school. I paint, but I'm such a perfectionist that I keep seeing things I would do differently on paintings that are still around. Erg. Yeah, that's probably a good thing though, because you want your art to be nice, right? You want people to like. Well, I don't know if you're selling your paintings, but if you're selling them, you want people to be like, look at this painting. This artist is amazing. Look at the work they put into this. Not, look at this painting. I bought it. Nah, don't know if I like it. You can tell the artist didn't really care about it. You don't want that to be the reaction. Sorry, I have to get some sleep. I might do a little here and there before it's complete, but I'll have that on my Instagram. What kind of hummingbird is it? It's the made up one. It's the Alexander bird, discovered in the islands of, I don't know. And this is an Ashley rose with an Alexander bird. Sorry, I didn't mean on the ground. I meant into the flower. I don't know what you're talking about exactly. You said the flour is needs to be grounded. Yeah, I don't know what you mean exactly, but this is what it's gonna be. Um, um, your best is good enough for me. Love me some apple crisp. Yeah, dude, apple crisp is so good. It's weird to put kids in the basement. dot dot dot. Did you put your kids in the basement? Do you have kids? It's weird to me to put your kids in the basement if they don't want to be in the basement. If they want to be in the basement, then it's fine. But usually that's when they're like teenagers, they want to be in the basement. At least my friends group, when we were children, we slept on the main floor if we didn't have an upstairs. But if you had an upstairs, you slept upstairs. And then when you got older, you slept downstairs. The hummingbird in the world, famous J. Alexandri. Very rare indeed. I've always wanted a library. Yes, Ashley wants. She has like 1 billion books. Okay, and it would be great. I mean, once that room is gonna be huge. It's like 30, 20 by 30. What is that? What's 2 times 5? Wait, is that? That's not that big then. It's 1,000 square feet. I mean, that's pretty big. That's since my house is only 1,300 square feet. Yeah, that's actually pretty freaking massive. You know, it's probably not going to be that big. I'm probably mixing it up. Maybe it's like 800 square feet. I don't remember, but it's big. And it's going to have like patio doors that go out there towards the. Lots. Yeah, I wish. Frick! I was gonna buy a lottery ticket today. I was gonna buy one 3 days ago because I was talking to who was I talking to? Clint, and I was like, yeah, I'll probably get a lottery ticket, and I forgot. I'm working with Clint right now, and then I went to go again. How is this not dry yet? Look at that. Can you see the wetness on my hand? Oh no, you can't. Anyways, we're talking about lottery tickets for some reason, and I forgot to get one for 3 days in a row now. The addition sounds perfect. Observatory. Okay, it is an observatory. So that's what I want to do. I can't. I will never be able to afford one of those massive ass telescopes, but just a cool like maybe like a couple $1,000 telescope or something like that. Maybe not even. That's to me that's a waste of money because I don't care about looking at the sky. I would, but like, what's an average cost for like a home telescope? Probably like a couple grand for a good one, right? I know my niece has one that was quite expensive, but I don't know what is expensive for a telescope. But anyways, I think that would be super sick. Now these are dreams. A lot of what I've said I'm going to do are dreams, but I have this thing that if you this is almost dry. If you talk about your dreams, they will come true because you hold yourself to them more so than when you don't talk about them and just keep them to yourself. Now, some of the stuff I do keep to myself because they're a little ambitious and I don't care if they don't happen. It's kind of bonuses, but for certain things, I'm like, if I put it out there, then I will do it. Similar to my push-ups. I would have stopped doing the push-ups if I didn't say I was going to do the push-ups out loud. So I do at least 100 a day, and I've done them since 100 days before my birthday, whatever day that is. And April 25th. What's 100 days before April 25th? That's how long I've been doing 100, at least 100 push-ups a day. And sometimes, it's a bummer. I'll be like in bed, and then I'll be like, I'll just be almost asleep, and then my brain will be like, "What about those 100 push-ups, asshole?" And I'm like, ah. And then I'll just do this. And then I'll just roll out of bed. I'll do a Batman. You know how Batman where he just goes just as the push-ups? That's what I'll do. I'll just roll out, catch myself. I can't do 100 all at once. The most I can do is 60, but I'll do 50 and then I'll do 50 again in another 10 minutes. Subject, and then I'll get on to another subject. I forget what I was saying before that. Oh yeah, So dreams, if you talk about them, they're easier to manifest because they become goals rather than just dreams. Where a lot of people, unfortunately, and of course there's life circumstances and whatever that get in the way, but when things get in the way, um, that's a proper excuse to not have it happen. But when the excuse is that you're just not going to do it because you've decided it's too much work or whatever, that's kind of like the opposite of what I try to do. You know what I mean? So I try to make the dream a goal, and then it's more achievable, especially if I say it out loud. And I don't have to tell you guys. There's like 190 of you on here right now, so if I don't have to tell you guys necessarily. I just tell anyone or anything, or I'll write it down even, and then that'll be the this kind of the same thing. I don't know. Do you guys operate like that too? Like if you have something that you want to do you find it easier to achieve it if you say it out loud? You're like, oh, this is what I'm gonna do, and there I'm gonna do it. Like my brothers, they said they were gonna go gold mining. They couldn't afford to go gold mining, but they said they would do it, and then they figured it out, and now that's what they're doing. They're right now gold mining, which is cool. I might go with them at some point um, in the future if I ever have time. If they're still doing it, I don't know. I kind of just inviting myself, but if it ever becomes a thing, because I would like to try that. Now that's not one of my goals, but it would be cool experience. I probably wouldn't be able to film it though. Um, Third floor on the chicken coop. That's so sweet, Josh. I have a library and was hoping to add this painting to it along with all the other birds. That's if Josh ever remembers me. Patricia, I think you're the person, right? You're the person who wanted it? Okay, email me, Patricia. That totally sounds like the name that said last time that they wanted it. Order from josh@gmail.com. Uh, you just say I'm Patricia from the thing that's my painting, blah blah blah, and then it's yours. I'm gonna get it. A lot of people wanted prints of this, so I am gonna get it scanned, and it will be available on canvas, limited amounts, and then also on paper, uh, 11 by 17, which I think this is gonna be almost perfect. I'm only gonna for accidents. What? Dude, gems are never accidents. What did I say? Did I say something was an accident? I don't remember. Sorry, I get to these comments way after I said stuff. You two would make some awesome. Oh, talking about children. uh, it's like, hey, those are some. Those are. Some, that would be hilarious. It's like, are you gonna have any accidents? Are you gonna have any gems? Oh, you guys are married now. Are you guys gonna have any gems? Are you guys gonna have any gems or accidents? Uh, no. What I mean by that is like, I don't. It might seem like I don't mind it, but like I don't like having responsibility. So I'm pretty selfish when it comes to that sort of thing. Once the responsibility is there, then what it doesn't matter. It's too late. I just gotta deal with it, and I do. But if I don't, if it's not there yet, I'm just like, no. But you know, if Ashley wanted to have kids, then that would be different. Not that she doesn't want to. I don't know. We haven't really talked about it much, so you know. I don't want to talk about this. It's weird. Okay. Dude, this is looking dope. I think. I could just be full of shit here, but I think it's looking good. I like the white thing that I did. I think that's working. But once it dries, excuse me, I'll really know, because then after that, I'll put a light mist of water on it to see what it'll look like with the clear coat on it. and then I'll know for sure if it's good. But if I put water on it now while it's still wet, it'll just start running. But if I just put a light mist on it later after it's dried, it kind of has adhered to the other paint and it doesn't run as easily. Does that make sense? Just gonna put some green in there just so it's not too white because it kind of has like a hazy look, and I don't want it to look too hazy necessarily, but I don't want it to not look hazy either, if that makes sense. Now, if you followed all the way from part one, then you know that I probably have changed my mind a couple times with this painting. I don't really remember what I was thinking in part one, two, and three, but this is what I'm thinking now. Okay. I don't know. I don't really have plans for a painting right now, but I love painting, and so I'm going to keep painting. We'll see. We'll see what we get to. Oh, that's soaking wet. Whoops. Oh, you didn't even see that. There we go. I wrecked this freaking flower by accident. This leaf. I didn't realize that was wet. Okay, that's better. Okay, let it dry one more time, and then we'll get onto this, maybe two more layers, I think. These layers are getting sparser and sparser, where I'm just kind of just doing just little tiny bits of nothingness. Then I can sign this bad boy. Did Patricia say she wants this in her library? Oh yeah, that's so cool. Since we were talking about libraries, there we go. You two would make some awesome accents. Since ninth grade, that is so sweet for you to remember that. Vera, hello. How long have you been together? A long time. Maybe 15 years or 16 years or 17 years? No, 14 years? I don't know how to do the math. A long time. Where you get your supplies, Josh? I like Delta, but always game to learn about any super secret art supply places. Delta to me is the best. I was just there today actually before I came on, but mostly Delta and DeCeres, and I get given a lot of paint too. No, sorry, not me. Oh, that's not the right Linda. Do you varnish your pictures when you're finished? Yeah, I do. Not with varnish though, because varnish yellows too quickly. So I just use like a crystal clear or like even just like a aerosol can of clear coat, you know. Uh, but mostly I want this painting because, as I said, he could do painting. He could be painting my garden since I will be moving from here permanently in about 2 years. I thought it would be a great reminder piece. That's cool. I'm laughing at the sentence. It's weird to put your kid in the basement. LOL. Now there's something you don't hear. You're not supposed to put kids in the basement? Who sleeps in the basement? Or your 3-year-old. It's like, alright, time for bed. Go into the scary ass basement. You're a child. You know? You, no kids. Gross. You almost made me spit out my drink. Oh, that's funny because your first sentence was, "You're not supposed to put your kids in the basement?" 4 question marks, and then you're like, "Ew, no kids, gross." Ah, frick, that's funny. I don't. It's not even that funny, but to me, that's freaking hilarious. Uh, then who's going to work in the sweatshop? What? You would need to build Ashley floor to ceiling bookcases with a rolling mat. That's exactly what I want to do. But she also loves a lot of windows. So I was thinking there would be a steel spiral staircase that goes all the way to the third floor. The only thing is you can't move furniture and stuff up a spiral staircase. So the windows in the bedrooms will have to be picture windows that can open so that the beds and stuff can fit through there. Or they have patio doors on them or something, or at least one of them does, or maybe the bathroom can have a patio door in it. That's kind of weird, but or something. I don't freaking know. We'll see. How long have you and Ashley been together? I already answered that. Seems like a couple $1,000s, yeah. My new neighbor upstairs are smoking marijuana though, and it's coming in through the window. I wonder if I'll get high. I'm the same way. I have to tell others what I want to accomplish to keep me motivated to get it done. Wow, I'm way behind on these, huh? I think that I might look for one that is used. Seems like something people might buy and then not really use and look to sell. What? Oh, I think that you can get a very powerful telescope for under 1,000. See, yeah, I have no idea. I started the push-ups around the 16th of January. Ah. If I picture myself accomplishing a task, I tend to do it. It's a projection, in my opinion. Ah. Bradley likes my brother Will and Ken. Tomorrow or the next day. Okay, let's get a little more paint on here. This isn't quite dry, but I think it's dry enough to kind of just add some of this greens to it. You know what I'm saying, G-Dogs? Okay. I need some more of that darker green. Where are you at, green? Okay. Yeah, there we go. I wish I remembered what the tail feathers look like. Actually, let's see if this picture has tail feathers in it. It does not. Dang it. I'm glad that people decide not to have kids. That pressure to reproduce isn't healthy. If you want kids, though, that's great. Oh yeah, it's weird when people always ask me, "Oh, you're married. That must mean you're that must mean you're gonna have children right now." I'm like, "What? Why?" When people follow that model and they don't want to, I hate it. Like it seems like a thing. First you do this, and then you do that, and then you do that. And then you buy a house that you don't like. You buy a starter house. That's another thing I don't get. Unless you want to. And people are like, "Oh yeah, it's good for now." Why would you do that? Just get one that's good forever. That's why I have the plans for this house. I may not live here my whole life, but I'm treating it as though I will. I want this house to be sick. And people are like, "You're wasting your money." I'm like, "You're assuming I have money." uh, I don't waste money. Okay. Do you have any more turtles for sale? No. I won't have any for a while. But if you want to be put on the list for them, just email me, orderfromjosh@gmail.com, and I'll add you to the list. There's probably about 20 or 25 that I have to make before yours, but I will eventually get to it. That's better, says Daryl. I'll order print when. Check out my brother's video. I have no idea what it is, but check it out. This is lovely. Thanks, Aurora. Is that your name? Aurora Nebula. No, it's not your name. That would be cool if it was, though. Or maybe it is your name, and you just. That would be insane. That's a crazy looking statue behind your right shoulder. Right? I made him out of a bunch of junk. My friend Dexter gave me this piece of steel right here, which he made in shop class. you can see like he just machined it. It just does nothing, and I was like, that's a perfect robot body. And then so I made this robot. He's like a battle bot. He's got like this Gatling gun on the side here, and he has this other gun here. I think I had this in my store. Oh, I named him Gilbert. He was for sale for $100, but like he's got like hoses and stuff, spark plug for an arm, actually two spark plugs, and a wrench. Then I have another one right here. Probably named him as well, but I don't remember what it is. The cool thing about this guy is his body is a transformer. Look at that. This guy's name. Oh, this guy's name was Sprink. Probably because he has a sprinkler head. And he has like a wrench hand and a gun hand. And yeah, he's pretty cool. It's kind of heavy. This guy was $150. They don't really do anything. They're just for standing around. Freaking heavy. We put my grandson in the attic. The attic is so much cooler than the basement. I wish we had an attic that we could go in. Well, actually, I did make it so our attic was accessible through my closet. So there is a little room in there because I've always wanted that as a child. I thought that was cool. You know when you see like houses in like movies, like Home Alone, where they have, I don't know, it's like an elevator. Was that in Home Alone or was that in a different movie? I think actually that was probably a different movie. But whatever movie it was on, it doesn't matter. It's just I think that shit is so cool. So I want to do that in my house. I want to have a secret passage behind a bookcase and stuff like that. I don't know if I will actually do that, but I want to do that because it's so cool. I like basements. My daughter's home has what she refers to as a poop deck outside her second floor bathroom. A poop deck. Okay. Do you have your commissions in order of your list or create whatever you feel like doing? So the commissions are in order. So if 500 people order the same thing, the first person to order it gets it first, and so on. However, if 500, that's a lot. 10 people order, say 10 people order a robot, okay? The first person gets this. The second person gets that one. The third person gets another one. Whatever. However, if I have 10 people who want a robot and then 10 other people want a turtle, if I have the stuff to make the turtles and not the robot, then I will move on to turtles or mosquitoes or this or that. Like I just made a bunch of mosquitoes. So I emailed some people saying that their mosquitoes were ready if they wanted those. And if they change their mind, then I just say, okay, whatever, they don't want it anymore, so I just contact the next person. But then I might make, I don't know, there's the frog. If you follow my Instagram, someone ordered a frog, so I made the frog. And so, uh, they were way in the middle of the book, but they're the only one who made a frog. I had the stuff to make the frog, so I made the frogs before I made the turtles, because I don't have any more stuff to make the turtles. You know what I mean? So, you don't have to wait longer by me not having the materials for one thing. I just go on to the next thing. Does that make sense? All right, see you later, Julian. Yeah, we thought this was our forever home, and I put a lot into it from design to finish. But life happens now, moving on when our project Victorian is done. Oh, that's cool. Thanks, Bradley. Those robots are cool. Okay, guys, Photo Deviant. Heather, you freaking girl. Guys, Heather has a freaking YouTube channel from space. Okay, she has she has I don't know who she does it with, but this dude, And they have like such a word. I don't know what the right word is. Dry humor or what? But anyways, I forget what her freaking it's like silverfish or something like that. You gotta check out hey, Lindsay, are you still here? If you're still here, you should put a link to Heather's YouTube channel. I forget what it's called. It's like silverfish. So anyways, they make videos about reviewing drinks. Like the one that I saw was like pickle soda or something. Anyways, I was like, wait a minute, is that Heather? And they're like wearing lab coats on a spaceship, and like their transitional shots will be like a freaking flying saucer going by the window. I watched a couple of them. And I'm like, so what'd you do this summer? Nothing. Awesome, man. I don't remember exactly what they said, but for some reason it was making me laugh. I think it was making me laugh because I was not expecting her to be. I didn't know she had a channel. But Heather from the Photo Deviant girl here, she has a YouTube channel. Yeah, freaking hilarious. I don't think it's supposed to be that funny, but I just thought it was funny because I was not expecting it. And I showed my brother Dakota. I'm like, dude. And he's like, what is this? I'm like, watch it. And he's like, I don't get it. Like, because I sent him the channel. He's like, I don't get it. This isn't a video. I'm like, oh, click on one of the videos and then text me back when you see it. And then he messages me back like 2 minutes later. He's like, is that Heather? I was like, yeah, what the hell? And he's like, oh. Anyways, she has a YouTube channel. Mary's house has quite a neat attic access via closet. Yeah, that is cool. Mine is not like that. There's no stairs to it. There's not room for it like that, but that was cool. I wish there was. Uh, I love sleeping in Grandma's basement at Christmas. We could stay up until the wee hours and could be as loud as we wanted, and no adults hurt us. Fun times. Yeah, see, like that kind of stuff is different. You need more knives, forks, and spoons? No. I mean, I will take them if you want to give me them. I have a bunch of knives and forks and spoons. But the turtles are made out of, like, their shells are made out of this pipe. So I need the pipe. Okay, this layer is very tedious because I'm just trying to just take out small little bits here and there. Take out? That's not the right word. Pop. I need them to pop. His wings to come off the canvas a little bit, so I'll probably work on that a tad. Oh, that's freaking way better. Do you even lift, bro? It's not even on the. That's way better, cuz. I'm gonna add more purple in here because I just think that looks so good. With the water, I don't know if you can see what I'm doing exactly, but I like that. I like that. love her channel. You watched it? Yeah, I watched it. Okay, okay. Some of you already know. Okay, Lindsay obviously knows. Maybe you guys are friends on Facebook or something. Heather recently added me as a friend on Facebook, so I think that's how I saw it. But yeah, I was like, what the heck? I was not expecting to see it. Oh, hell yeah, dude. This accident? I like the perp. I like the perp. Okay. Gotta add a little. We're getting a little spanky here. Okay, let's get a little bit more over here. Just gotta get it a little wet first, and then maybe it'll look less two-dimensional like this. Okay. Something like that. Okay, now I gotta make it so it's not obvious that I wanted it just to make the foreground pop. Add a little bit more in there. Okay. My grandson was so ecstatic about getting the attic, he wanted it. Then one day I asked if he wanted it. He moved so fast. He thought it's so cool since he then had his own hidden staircase to his room. Oh, really? He had a hidden staircase? Heather's channel. Thanks, Lindsay. Good night, everyone. No crocodilators today. Phew, Josh, don't let accidents happen. That's hilarious. We're totally awkward and dry. Okay, dry is the right way to describe it. Dude, it's so funny. And then when you drink that one alcoholic beverage, I forget what it was, but then you're like, that's really effing good. Except for you didn't say effing. And then you said it again. Except for you didn't say effing. You said the actual the actual word. Dude, I thought that was so funny. Like, oh, golden. Golden. Especially the concept, like, why the heck are you guys in space? Like, you're on a freaking spaceship. Like, who is that guy, anyways? Is that your, like, boyfriend or husband or something? And then you're just like, you know what we should do? I'm so and so. And you're like, and I'm John Denver. Not John Denver. I forget what you say your name is. Like, my name's Marty McFly. It's like some name. I don't think it's someone else's name. My name's Polly McPaulson. My name is Jimmy Jim. I forget what you said your name was, but oh. It's gold. Heather was the straight man. Just wondering, now that you have chickens, do you still eat chicken? Yeah. I mean, chicken still tastes good even if you have pets. Uh, Thanks for the shout out. It's me and my best friend who make the show. Okay, okay. Uh, Josh, I'm gonna have pieces of trim wood to get rid of. Do you want it? Sure, just text me, and then I'll see if it's something that I could use. Chances are yes. Okay. Guys, I'm digging this purple. As this is drying, it's kind of getting to the color it's going to be. Frick, this is sick, son. I'm getting excited about it now for some reason. I don't know why, but I am. Ow, I just crunched my freaking finger. This has become very special. Monet Impressionism. Okay. Purple, F the world. Or for the win. What is it? What does FTW stand for most people? I always think it's F the world. But then other people are like, for the win. It's like TFS means thanks for sharing, but I always read it as this effing sucks. Which I think is funny. Because like it'll be like, oh, this was great. TFS. I'm like, oh. Okay. Oh, I probably shouldn't have put that there. Let's get that off. Okay, I'll put some more up there. Does anyone have a link to Heather's photo deer that Josh was talking about? Lindsay put it up there. Oh, Melissa is here. It is not a commission, but it is spoken for, I think. Be warned, I curse a lot. Sitting down with my gourmet meal, PB&J and Doritos, and thought I'd check out for a new upload and even better, alive tonight. Well, thanks, Adam. Adam Bennis. I would look great to add some of that purple to the chest of the Hummer. Yeah, but I want this to be lighter. There is some purple in there. I want it to be lighter down here and then darker up here. Because the hummingbirds that I looked at, it seemed like most of their chests were lighter than the top. But I could be totally freaking wrong. I could just be remembering that wrong. But I'll put some purple in here. Some little perp. That's really effing good. Guys, you need to check out her channel, okay? Heather's channel. I forget what it's called. It's like Silverfish, or maybe it's not even. Probably just look up pickle soda in space or something. Like, why are you guys on a spaceship? Did you answer that already? Josh's last live became an excellent discussion about crocodiles and alligators. Hopefully we'll have another fun long talk. We have Canadian Heritage Moment names. Sir Molly Johnson and Patrick O'Neill. Oh, right. Yeah. Patrick O'Neill. Wait, that's the name? Patrick O'Neill? You say it twice? I thought you were like, and I'm Patrick McNeil. Kind of like, the name's Bond, James Bond, but imagine, the name's James Bond. The name's Patrick McNeil. O'Neill or McNeil? What is it? O'Neill. Right. Make those happy trees. I actually got 28 degrees Celsius today in Brandon, man. It's pretty warm here too. Silverfish Intermedia. Right, that's what it is. The name's nitrous digas. Hi Josh, now that you have your own shop, are you getting caught up in the project in your book? Yes, I've done probably a good, I have no idea. On the last live, I showed you like a bunch of highlight. When I'm done them, I highlight them, like with pink highlighter, to show that I'm done them. And I've done way more than I thought I did. I just find the ones that I can do that I have this stuff for. Once I'm more organized, it'll be even easier because I'll know where everything is. But kind of everything's on the floor, so it takes forever to kind of get to stuff. And I'm like, oh, I have this. But like at my old shop, even though it wasn't super neat organization where I had everything stored, I knew where it was. Like I'd be like, oh, I know what I could use for this. That weird piece of steel. I have it in the rafter of the love barn tucked up there. I'll use that. Grab it out of there. And it would be another project where I'd be like, oh, it'd be great if I had a coat hanger for this. Okay, I know where I have some coat hangers. They're behind the rock climbing wall up in the where I have the roll of green tape or whatever, right? I just knew where everything was. Here, I don't because I kind of just took a bunch of stuff, put it in my truck, and then put it on the floor or put it here, put it there, right? So some stuff is here, some stuff is still at the old shop. It's all over the place. So it's way harder for me to kind of source material that I already have in my library of junk. It's just because it's not where I don't know where I put it because I kind of just packed everything and then just put it down instead of packing it and then cataloging it into a spot where it's going to stay because I don't have the spot where it's going to stay yet, which is sucks. I need to build up my shed, but I had other expenses I had to take care of first. Um, just you know, responsibilities, man. Okay. And I'm Patrick O'Neill. uh, okay, maybe I'll put some more right here, and then we'll be good for drying, and then I think we'll do a once over or something. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I freaking like the perp, son. A tiny bit of blue in there. Why? I don't know. I don't know. Okay. Heck yeah. Just leaning back here to kind of see it. Kind of see how I like it. I'll probably let this dry now for a little bit. I know that's the boring part, but it is what it is. Can't really help it. Okay, it doesn't matter what sort of keys you're collecting. No, as long as they're metal for the most part, yeah, that's. I actually got some more keys from my other shop, and I was like, yes! Put it in the keys thing. Um, is this painting going up for sale? So far, it's on hold for. Is it Patricia? It's on hold. But if you would like a print, those will be available. I will make a post about it. I'm gonna get this scanned and I will put a post on it on Facebook and also on Instagram. And if it is sold, it will be marked as sold. But prints will be available. I'll get this scanned for you guys. There will be canvas prints available for 500 bucks, and it'll be this size, which is it looks like I think that's 18 by 36. I want to say 18 by 36, and then there will be paper prints 11 by 17. That will be the regular $20. This will be the print of the month for next month for Patreon. So if you're on my Patreon, you and you're tier 3, you will get this for free. Well, I guess you have paid for it by being a patron, an ass kicker. Uh, this month's print of the month I will be posting up if you're on my Patreon really soon. Um, yeah, but this will be the one for next month. Okay. I'm actually, guys, remember when I said I didn't really care about this painting? I actually am with some green and like dark green, and then I think it'll be done. I'll just have to sign it, which I'll probably sign after it's completely done because I always screw up the signature. All right, when it's wet still, I do. Um. Uh. Okay. Hi, Josh. Now that you have your own shop, I already read that. The name Josh. Josh Bond. Hello, everyone. Was just catching up with Alex's live, and now Josh is really live. What? Oh, guys, Cosmic Hampers, they also have a YouTube channel about hamsters. We're huge fans of Mystery Science Theater 2000, which inspired us to set the show in space. That's so random. You're like, how did you guys, like, yeah, let's review soda and stuff, and then we'll wear lab coats and we'll be on a spaceship, and then like you did the freaking binocular thing. It's like you're looking at nothing. I just think that stuff is funny because like you're obviously not looking at anything, and like somehow like the jokes are so lame, but like you go along with them. I love that because that's kind of like when Dakota and I are together, and like there's like someone who's not privy to an idea that's been brought up, we'll just mess with them sometimes. We'll just make up shit and we'll just start talking about it, and we'll have like long conversations sometimes about like this thing that doesn't even, it's not even real, but we'll just be bullshitting. And then the people will be like, what? That's insane. And then ultimately we'll have to say that we're kidding, but, or I'll just start laughing, which happens all the time. But yeah, anyways, it just kind of reminds me of that. Photo demon. Are you still Heather? That is Alex's sister. Are you the Heather that is Alex's sister? No, 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 not that Heather. Uh, Josh's middle name is Danger. It is on Facebook, anyways. International Taste Station. This is so funny. Josh, is this painting going up for sale? I already answered that. Does it matter what sort of keys? I already answered that. Wow, that is huge. Loving it. Thanks, Wendy. Uh, he does such good work. Thanks. Which do you think is harder, finger painting or painting with a brush? I think you can do more with a brush. It allows more techniques to be achieved. Like blending is way easier. Although lots of people blend with their fingers too. You can do finer detail with a brush, and which I do sometimes use a brush if something is so small, like if I'm trying to do a human face or whatever. But which is easier, which is harder? They're kind of both the same, really. I guess I don't know. I think I could make more realistic pictures with a brush, but the goal is not to make realistic pictures. The goal is to make a cool picture, to make something that you're like, wow, that's nice. And then if they find out it's finger painting, then perhaps it'll be more impressive. But I don't think it's necessarily harder. It might be harder. It just, I guess it depends on who you are as an artist. Like it might be harder as another. Like you know those competition shows where they do art and stuff. I bet you one of the challenges on those shows could be do a finger painting. And if you're a good artist or you can make good pictures or whatever, then finger painting probably is not that hard for most of them. But they might be like puzzled on how to gain certain looks, textures, whatever, without having the brushes to do that are designed to do that. So the answer is I don't know. the rooster there. We did a mock documentary a few years ago and needed lab coats for it. Loved the lab coats so much we stuck with them. So you made a mockumentary. What about? I just think that's freaking brilliant. It just doesn't make sense that you would do it in space, even with that explanation. Like, because you could have done that in any setting, anywhere, ever, and wow, some of them still would make the same amount of no sense. It's like, oh, we're in a city dump and we're doing taste testing. Oh, we're in that would be actually that would probably be the one that wouldn't work. It's like, oh, we're in an elementary school cafeteria. That one actually would make the most sense. Uh, we're in an office building. We're on movie sets. We're on random movie sets doing doing this. Whatever it is, it's good. Whatever the reason is. I like it. So I subscribed. Uh, Cosmic Hamster says, I've been working on a big finger painting since lockdown began in March. I hope to have it done by now. It may be finished in the next month or so. That's freaking cool. Show it to me when it's done. I still call people dickweeds when I get angry. I also use the phrase good old fashioned nightmare fuel on a regular basis. Nice. Did I ask for explanations on something and that's what that's in reference to? I don't remember, but that was funny. You've achieved so much in your young life so far. I'm so proud of you. Thanks, Dad. Plot twist. He really is my dad, imagine. It was about making a video with your phone. It's on the channel. Okay, I'll look for it. Short film is No Way Aaron Makes a Video. It's on the Silverfish Intermedia channel. Heather named the International Taste Station. Freaking hilarious. Thanks, Denise. All right. Okay, that's almost it's almost dry. Not quite, as you can see by that. Oh, you can barely see it, but it's there. Dig it. The person who wanted a more purple on the belly here, I'm gonna add a little bit of purple just for some texture. I'll be right back. I think someone's here. 1 second. I'll be back. I'll be back. Enjoy the painting. Don't worry, it was nobody. I just let out my dogs. Okay. This actually looks better from kind of further away. This lighting's not the best. Wow, that's not what it looks like. It's not that. There we go. That's kind of not it either. I'll take a better picture after. Okay. All right. Let's get that back in there. All right. I wish I had something to put my feet up on. Okay. What did I miss? Chat amongst ourselves. Not at the moment, but you never know. Do you have the taste shuttle too? The taste shuttle, that's good. Huh. Tom Servo from whatever used the term dickweed often, and good old fashioned nightmare fuel was used in a film depicting a creepy clown. Ah. I'm glad that I'm able to catch these live. The time difference has always made me miss them. I'm in the Nordics. I'm just taking a little bit of this green. Can you see that color green there? Just sticking it. Oh, that was too much, but that's okay. Just putting it around. Just add a little, pop here and there. It's not. Has anyone watched Once Upon a Time? It's like a show about all the fairy tales. Ashley used to watch that show, and there's this guy. You know Rumpelstiltskin? Well, he's one of the characters. And, like, his voice is so annoying. Anyways, it popped into my head just now. Okay, a little bit more of this green in there. There we go. Okay, a little more, a little wetness. A little, whoops, that's a lot. A little whiteness. Okay. I'm glad that I'm able. Oh, ready to read that. Wow, how stupid am I? I'm in England and never managed to catch a Canadian live stream, so I thought I was watching this later, but it's just dawned on me you're live right now. Wow, brilliant. That's funny. Ooh, alive, and I can catch a. It would be the island. Uh, although, if it could be anywhere, I guess it would be. I don't know, maybe someplace I haven't been before, because I've been to the island like a bunch of times. And when I say island, I mean Vancouver Island. I don't know where it would be. I can't say. Maybe like I don't know. I don't really care about going many places. I like because I don't like doing tourist stuff necessarily. I mean, I don't mind doing tourist stuff, but like I like actually being in the country, or in the area. I like going to places and stuff. I don't care about like the hot spots. Although I do like certain hot spots. I like seeing cool stuff, but I don't know. I can't answer that. I'm sure if I thought about it, I could figure it out and give you a good answer, but I don't know. Whoops, that was a little too much. Oh well, go with it, I guess. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to do it with the green as well. Just get that nice and wet. Got some of this green here, this darker green. Hello, Gloria. I've thought about Tarantino movie. Okay. I don't know, I sprayed it too much. Of course I did. Take some of that off of there. Move that ammo case out of the way. Move this over there. Okay. There we go. Oh, it's still too wet. Why did I do that? Okay, we have to wait a little bit. My bad. I'm ruining my pants. I have this on my pants, and I just got paint on my pants. Perfect. So my son Andrew saw me watching and said, "Wow, is that a finger painting? What kind of hummingbird is that? How does he think of his paintings?" It is a hummingbird. It is a finger painting. How do I think of the paintings? Well, I don't know. I don't know how to answer that. How do I think of them? I just do them, I guess. I don't know. I'm glad he likes it though. Saw a fake movie poster somewhere that read 2020, written by Stephen King, directed by Quentin Tarantino. Oh, dude, that would be sick. You know what also would be good? Actually, might even be better. Well, I don't know what would be better. If Stephen King and Steven Spielberg did a collaboration. Or have they? Maybe they have. That seems a little obvious. I like that area right there. I think that looks cool. I had to go watch a bit of the show with Rumpelstiltskin. If I had financial resources, I'd move to Canada. Well, that's a good goal to have. I guess it depends on where you live. I'd say Alberta is the best place to live in terms of healthcare and jobs and stuff. Oh, phone's gonna die. Oh, motherfucker. That hurt. Oh, sorry for cursing. I don't know if you heard that or not. I hurt my finger. Okay, good. We're plugged in. We're good. I'd love to go back to England someday. I was there more than 40 years ago, but it was just for 2 weeks. The history and landscapes are astounding to me. You were there 40 years ago? You only look 40 years old. Were you there when you were in the womb? I was last in England in 1998. Also wish that I could visit again. 1998. It's a good year. That painting is beautiful. Thanks, Kate. Under the Dome, a Stephen King Spielberg movie. Ah, I have never seen it. I have read the book. I did not like how it ended. They're just like, you know what? We'll just let him go. It's like, what? You can't just do that. Right? Like the dome gets lifted up a little bit. Or wait, how does it end? I forget actually. Maybe they didn't let him go. Then they try to nuke it, and then they got a forest fire inside or something. Easterner, right? That made me laugh, Josh. Thanks for the compliment. I was 25. Holy shit, you're 65 years old? Just making these tiny little specks here. Just for, a little, a little, you know. I only tuned in. I only tuned in. Is this a commission? No, it is not, but I think it is spoken for. Yeah, it would. without a doubt be Alberta. Some of my favorite people live there. Huh. Love the tiny feet on the hummingbird. You did a perfect job. Thank you. Bonnie, my 7 art collector who said I needed feet, now likes the feet. Oh, you can see them right there, right? They look better when you can see them here, but, you know, there we go. Yeah, we're getting on the last little bits here. Guys, I'm going to turn it upside down so I can easier get to the top here. Oh no, we're going to have a water problem. It's dripping. It's dripping. Let me just blot that a little bit. Okay, we're going to do the bottom part now, or the top part. There we go. Okay. Arc, ag. Thanks, Carolyn. I agree. Purple looks good. Alberta is the Texas of Canada. Beef, mountains, desert, oil. Alright, I just turned 66. It might be a picture of Dorian Gray thing. Good genes, staying out of the sun because of my vampire heritage. Or lots of oil of old lady. Oil of old lady. It's like, wow, you look so youthful. What is it? What's your secret? Oil of old lady. What the heck is that? Oil of old lady. Have you tried that new cleanse old lady oil? Oh yeah, it's great. Makes you look so old but young. I guess that actually doesn't make sense. Old but young. Vampire heritage. Might be my made up heritage. Or old lady oil. What is old lady oil? I don't know what that. I've never heard of that. Is that a real thing? Okay. Okay, guys. It kind of looks like how I had imagined it before, and then where it failed at the beginning of this little time here. Which how long have I been live for? Because here it says it's only been 28 minutes, which I know that can't be right. You could hang it vertically too. Yeah, maybe. Come and listen to the story about a man named Josh. Is that like the Beverly Hillbillies? That is a reflection. But that's crazy how you can see that. That's a well, you're seeing the glare off the water. But, well, maybe it won't be that big a deal. Okay, I think we're almost done. I think I've said that a bunch of times already. Imagine if we were born old and grow up to be really young. Greasy old ladies. Sin that it was a play on oil of Olay. Think that it was a play on oil of Olay. Oh, I don't know what that is. Thanks, Lindsay. Off to bed, you all. Can't wait to see the finished pic on Instagram. Well, thanks for being here, Cosmic Hamsters. I forget what your real name is. It is just great. Love it. Thanks. Yes, my father was born near the Carpathian mountains, so I identify as vampire, and my daughter called oil of old lady when she was 5. That was 3,000 years ago. When they actually used old ladies. Oil. They're like, you're looking mighty oily today. Hank is barking at something. If he doesn't stop, I gotta go check what it is. Because it might be more than just a neighbor. Might be a package coming up, and then the guy's scared of our dogs, like the package man. He's like, you have him tied up, right? I'm like, no. Come over here and say hi. And he's like, nope. And we only tie him up when he's got when we got the chickens out. Okay, he's still barking. I gotta go. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Okay, I don't know what he was barking at, but haha, Josh. I heard they are selling Dracula's castle. I like the painting a lot. Beautiful colors. Thanks, Heather. Barco. Do you find out what your demographic? Do you find out what your demographic is? I don't know. Who are you asking? What? I don't even know what you mean. Okay. Okay. I gotta fix that leaf right there. Ah, you mother. Gotta wait for it to dry. Okay, this will be the last drawing session. Then I will do the last bit of things, and then that'll be it for this live. I may work on it, just little bits, tweaks here and there, but this is more or less finished. And then I will post the finished picture on Instagram, or maybe I'll wait till it gets scanned. But this is more or less done. I'll show you straight on after it dries. But yeah, like I just tried to fix that, and then it just went. So that was a fail. Thanks for hanging out, guys. By the way, Hank just wanted to see you, Josh. No, he didn't. He was barking at something. I am from Ireland and live near Bram Stoker birthplace. From Ireland. What age group of people do you tend to appeal to? Are you asking me that? I don't know. How old are you guys? You're watching. I don't know. How do I know that? I don't know. Everyone, hopefully, or maybe nobody, or I mean maybe I don't know. Everyone, hopefully, I don't know. Oh, by the way, guys, I have new merch on the TeeSpring. By the way, do you want to check that out? More than what I've already showed. I have two more shirts of that I made yesterday or the day before. It's not dry yet. Thanks, Karen. I'm 42, 59, old, 54, 67, 66. I meant to do YouTube, give you that. I remember when I first checked it, it was like 10%, 18 to 25 or something like that, and like 50% was like whatever it is, 50 to 60 or something like that. I don't know. Mostly old people. I don't know. I haven't checked in a long time. Maybe I should do that. Karen says old is dirt. Demographic is looking to see what age group you appeal to. Does your YouTube include that info in reports to you? Is what I think they were asking. Yeah, no, they probably I don't know. I don't really check my email too much. So if it's in my email, if they do that monthly thing, I think they do that. But I don't ever check that. I don't really care. Because I'm not really trying to appeal to anyone. I just do. This is what I would already be doing. Anything that's on my channel, I would already be doing that. I just happen to film it so it takes longer. That's all. That's the only difference. I think you have a lot of older women and the guys are somewhat younger. Got these geezers. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, thanks, Lindsay. Lindsay, I think Lindsay is my age, possibly. Or maybe younger. Or maybe older. I don't know. I'm a year older on Tuesday coming, lol. That's what I say. Did you copy me? I'm also 42 from Ireland. Don't try the accent again, Josh. Yeah, I'm not good at accents. I guess I have an accent compared, like, to you, right? Maybe? I'm 65 and have had a lot of giggles about the old way, lol. You are welcome, Kathy, says Mimsy. Happy early birthday, Kathy. Can people help me out with my age? I was born December 5th, 1977. Am I 42 or 43 this year or 44? I honestly don't know my age. 1977. I don't know how to do that math. That's 20, that's 77, so that would be 30 minus 7 is 23. And then another, what is it, 2020? So it'll be 43. You're going to be 43, right? You're 43 now. You're going to be, no, you're going to turn 43, right? Is that the right math? Lindsay's 26. Ah, she's older than me. I mean, shit. Thanks, Martha Shrimp. Happy early birthday to you, too. 37-year-old. You were born the year I graduated high school. What's up, bro? Says Lewis. If I had a judge by your picture, are you wearing, what are you wearing? Hold on a second. Get really close to my face here. You're wearing a hoodie or a jacket and like a Christmas sweater. So I'm going to say that you either operate heavy machinery or work at an ice cream. Uh, Actually, not an ice cream store, but you have an ice cream cart. You're an ice cream entrepreneur, or you operate one of those massive ass dump trucks at like a diamond mine or something. Susie, I am going to do prints of this. Thank you, Lewis, by the way. I'm glad you like it. I'm just waiting for this area to... Wow, that's wet. I sprayed that way too much. I'm waiting for this area to dry so I can fix that leaf. Then we're going to do a once over. Yeah, it's wet all over, actually. So we're just going to chat for a bit. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter, right? Ha, LOL. Josh, you let that slip. Thank you. Yes, it has caught me on the hop. You are welcome. Thank you. I'm caught up here. About frogs and toads? I don't think we need to talk about frogs and toads. Yes, I am going to do prints. This size, they'll be like 500 Canadian, and then paper prints, 11 by 17, which will be 20. But if you're on my Patreon, this will be the print of the month next month for tier 3 people. And if you aren't part of my Patreon and want to be a part of the extra perks thing, or you want your name on the garage door, check it out. But don't feel obligated. Oh, look how not dry it is. Do you see that? I'm just ruining it. As I do it again. Would you ever paint a jet black crow? Crows, I wouldn't paint it all black. Black is hard to paint detail with. So I would use other colors. I would paint a crow. I have painted a crow, a very abstract crow, actually. I wonder if I still have it. It was just a bunch of lines. It might be on my Instagram if you scroll way down. I don't think I do. But it was literally like just, I had a sponge brush and I just made lines. And it was just like, it was kind of cool. But I don't really paint like that. I was just kind of figuring out what I liked to paint at the time. Like, like look at this. Here's one of my first paintings back in the Dizay. I painted this grenade, right? But unfortunately it's ripped. But yeah, I have this hung up just to remind myself that this is what I used to used to paint like. I actually don't mind that painting. It's kind of cool, but I don't know. I just have it there. I love crows. On the ball, Lindsay. Me too. Very intelligent. Thank you. Crows are awesome and very intelligent. Wait, you didn't tell me if you're an ice cream man or not, did you? I missed it. Great looking artwork. Piece on a hand. Dang it. No, but you probably... What do you do, Lewis? Brian, if I look at you, you are obviously a river gold miner, judging by what your picture looks like. You got a big ass mustache. You either repair motorcycles, or mine gold. Pat, oh, you have a dog, so I can't really judge what you do. I always watch your live streams later, but being here right now with the gang is fantastic. I'll be making more of an effort in the future. ... Alright, good to see you, Pat. Dave, Nitrous Diecast. Dave, I know what you do for a living. Actually, no, I don't. But I have met you a couple times. You gave me a stop sign. So you're either a bus driver or you own a distillery. Lewis laughed in Spanish and said, nope. What the heck? What do you do then? If I had to guess, no, I have no idea. Your name's Lewis. J. That's not ripped. That's part of the art. It's what would happen once the grenade goes off. Yeah, imagine that's all that happened if a grenade went off. Just a tiny little. It's like, yo, it's lucky we had one of those tiny rip grenades go off. Otherwise, we would have been blown to smithereens. Lewis is a graphic designer and artist. Yeah, that is a rich person thing to say. You rich ass. Graphic designer and artist. Well, I dig that. That's cool. I dig that, son. Brian Nelson is all of the above. So he's, what did I say? You fix motorcycles and you gold mine. And I feel like you say, like, I don't take kindly to. Actually, no, you probably don't say that. Brian. Brian Nelson. All of the above. Good. Question. Good. Question Minzy. What? How are the plants on the roof of the porch / garden shed? Oh, they're good, except for the tall ones. I think the frost might have killed them. But other than that, good, I think. Josh, home from work. Glad to have caught you on live. Oh, hello, Miffles. What's your picture? I can't tell. It's too far away. But if I had to look at your... Oh, what the heck? Which way do you like better? Filming and doing things, or the way it was before YouTube? Filming and editing probably takes a lot of time. How? What is your name? Is that Russian? Yeah, that's gotta be. I have no idea what language that is, but you have perfect English. Which way do you like better? Filming and doing things, or the way it was before YouTube? Filming and editing probably takes a long time. Oh, I don't mind either way. I like doing the filming. It's fun. Uh, I like because I like making the way that I do my vlogs now. I like doing it. I like doing them because it's like an extra type of art, you know. Um, but it does take longer to film, so it makes the task take longer. Especially now that I'm trying to get a little more artistic in how I film. So certain things take longer to do, which is not great all the time, but sometimes it's worth it because I make a little bit of money on YouTube. So Lewis is not rich at all, sadly. You decided to take the family name but not the family money. Or what? I don't know. Do you have the perfect name for like a freaking king? Hubby Sheets. He is 78 and needs my care. Okay. Thanks for letting us know. If you need any design help, let me know. Dude, I can't afford that. I'm a millionaire. Like nil? I have nil. I was just thinking about that. How does one go about acquiring a Bob? You said we all need one. Oh, Bob? Oh. It's a good joke. Yes, Russian. Haha. Thank you. Russian. Russian. Wait, are you Russian too, Lewis? His vlogs are wonderful with the best music. Well, thank you. Voltron, not Vuitton. That's great. Yeah, that's just the way when people have like a middle initial in there. That's perfect. If I were to write a book, what should my name be? Should it be J? My other middle name is F. It's Franklin. Terrible name. Unless I was rich, then it would be a perfect name. Joshua Franklin Alexander, and then my last name. But if I were to write a book, would it be J.F. Alexander? Is that a good, what do you call it? Pen name? Author name? Or should it just be by Josh? Like By George. Oh, if my name was George, I would always. That would be the name of my freaking channel, and my branding would be by George. Frick, that would be perfect. There's probably someone named George has already done that, but my dad's name is George, right? Or was that Will's dad's name? No, his name is Bill. So yeah, my dad's name is George. You can tell I really love the guy. Uh, oh, that bastard. If I was okay, so I'm actually named after my dad because he goes by Josh, so that's why my name is Josh. So I could still go. I could still call it by George. Frick, that would be hilarious. But it wouldn't make any sense because I don't. I obviously don't go by George. There it is. uh, okay. Okay. Just add in a little more. I know I. A little bit there, a little bit there. I have a photo on my bio, but it's not showing up here for some weird reason. Toothy. That's your name, Toothy? You're a dentist. No, the name in the chat. What? What did I say? Louis Vuitton, Louis Voltron. Your edits are excellent, very creative. Thanks. Thanks, you dentist. Elena Ganina is Russian. Who would have guessed? Josh did. What? Who's that? Wait, is that the Russian person from before? Hold on. Wait, that's their name? That's how you say that? Are you also Russian? Or do you see that as their name? Because I see like Russian characters. Joshington Alexander. I don't know what that is. Are you standing next to Glendola? What? By George. Isn't George the Superstore clothing brand? No, it's Joe. Joe Fresh. Joe Fresh, I think. It's Joe. George? I don't know if anyone has George. Yes, there are cookies by George. My name in English is Elena. I love the vlogs too, by the way. Music and editing just dope. Very funny as well. Are you trying to recruit me into the Kremlin? George is the Walmart brand, I believe. Doesn't Walmart now have like a bunch of names? Like their macaroni is called like Blaine or something? Don't they have like just random names on their stuff? I like your new format in your videos. You have become much better at filming and speaking to the camera. I agree. D. Gores. You, judging by your picture, you're obviously a school teacher or you work at the courthouse. My birth dad name is Wayne John instead of John Wayne. Dude, it was this close. Just tossing kids into the rivers. In Irish. Toothy. Oh, Ashley's calling me. I'll be right back, okay? 1 second. I'm back. I'm back, son. Okay. My pics of me and my two dogs in a cave. Loved your photo you got on canvas. Oh, Miffles, that's what it is. It's too far away for me to see it because it's like this tiny. Uh, My full name is Lee Mary Kate Goldensmith. My father was drunk at my christening. Was he? Is that why you have 5 names? Judging by your picture and you're in Ireland, you are obviously either a sheep shearer or you are a. It's just of your face. It's hard to tell. Probably a rock climber or sheep shearer, or if I wanted to really go out on a limb, I would say that you work in a car manufacturing factory. That's Russian letters. It means Elena. How the heck can you just read that? Are you also Russian? You're a double agent? Uh, Bill. I'm a Scot, but do speak a little bit of Russian. I signed my painting by my first and second name, Heather Mary. Yes, Walmart has random names. Definitely not a dentist. It would be Toothy. Toohey, rather than Toothy. Toohey? That's the name? I guess in the language that you speak, it probably makes sense. Josh, that's a good Russian accent. I think it was in one of the podcasts, a Russian mafia gangster guy. I can't do it now. There's Russians in the room. I don't want to get murked. Okay, just gonna add a little bit more here. Oh, that's still wet? Are you out of your ever-loving mind? Should I turn on the light, do you think, guys? Maybe turn on the light a little bit. I guess you can still kind of see it. This seems dark to me, but Asda is UK part of Walmart. The priest stopped him. He's like, okay, knock it off there, Dad. Just name her the 5 names and be done with it. And he's like, but I didn't even give her my last name. Wait. Is your last name? What was your last name? Or what was the last name on there? Smith? Smith? That's not real. Morning from Melbourne. Melbourne, right? That's how you say it? Melbourne? Melbourne. Nope, I am Russian. Putin buddy. Kate is Russian too? Shit. Okay, I have to. You're still one of the things I said, probably. Oh, wait. That's what you do for a living? I had to remove your comment due to swearing. You can disguise swears, though. What? What did Elena say? She said hi. You had to remove that? I didn't see it. Probably because when I went and talked to Ashley. Some painters use a hairdryer to help dry the paint. Yes, I don't have a hairdryer in here. I do, however, have this heat gun, which is way too hot. That's okay. That's okay. I'm trying to figure out what all you guys do for a living. No bad language. Please be mindful of your words. Are you talking to me? And then the emoji gives the middle finger. In Irish, in English, it's Towie, pronounced like tower with an E at the end rather than an R. Okay. Linda Melrose. Nice try, Josh. What? What did I say? What happened? Eternal darkness. What do I do for a living? LOL. I can't tell by your picture. It's just black. If I had to say, you probably do something with dogs or like property management and security or something like that. But it's hard to tell by your picture. Melbourne. Not to everyone, Josh. Not you, bro. What? What did I say? I don't remember. Not to everyone. I'm losing the conversation here. I don't know what we were talking about. Nice try. What happened? Dogs, bang on. See? Caught you in the act. Okay. I'm thinking I'm liking this, guys. I think I like it. I think I will be happy to be able to sell this now. Whereas before I was like, I'll let it pringle for a bit. Something like that. Excuse me. Pardon me. My cats are fighting right next to me. I'm confused as well. That's okay. Somebody say a bad word, but message got deleted. That's why. Ah. Nice try to say Melbourne with an Aussie accent. Melbourne, mate. We're going there for a kangaroo dongaroo. What is your next painting going to be? Probably like a portrait of some sort of a rock star. And I'm going to paint it on. Well, actually, I'm going to be doing two paintings. I don't know if I'm going to do it on video or not, but this canvas here will have a rock star of some, or maybe not a rock star. I don't know, a portrait of someone. I haven't decided yet. And then I have another smaller canvas that's like this big or so. That is going to be going to the person who got our logo for my other channel that I do with my brother. The logo that she made up, I got to do her painting. She chose a painting as her prize, so I'll do that, and I'll have that stuff on my Instagram. But I don't think I'm going to do it on my YouTube channel. I might show it in a vlog or something, or maybe in the montage section of a vlog or something like that. I don't know exactly. It's just the last few paintings I've all done videos of. I don't mind doing it like this because this is kind of more organic, but when I'm like filming it, it just kind of sucks. Not, it doesn't suck. I still like doing it, but then I like interrupt it because I'm like, oh, okay, I should do another angle here. I should do that. It just kind of takes away from like the experience of doing it, you know? So I'm just gonna probably keep one to myself. If that makes sense, that's not the right way to say it, but you know, maybe I will film it. That just depends on my mood. Okay. Josh, it is amazing how you capture the essence slash spirit of individuals in your finger paintings, such as Kurt Cobain and the Indian chief, to name a few. Very few can do that with a brush. Miraculous. Well, thanks, Gene. Wait, weren't you already here? Then you left? Now you came back? Gene, I can see your picture. So I'm going to say for a living, what you do for a living is you're either uh, you own a coffee shop or you are a lawyer. And I can see Tammy here as well. I love it as well, she says. Tammy, the crafting disaster. Well, you probably do something. You probably work at like a craft store or or like a taekwondo instructor. Vera, I'm an aspiring philanthropist, but I mostly enjoy. Is that the right word? Philanthropic. But I have less money than most poor people. Somehow I just managed to scrape by. No, that's not completely accurate, but yeah. Oh, thanks, Betty Boop. What's your picture? You can't tell. Linda said, "What?" I don't know. You're too hard on yourself. The painting is very display worthy. Eagle portrait. The bird, not the band. The bird, not the band. I think I would rather do the band, but I don't really like the Eagles, so I do like some songs. Do Willie Nelson. Ooh. If I can figure out how to do a Willie Nelson on that canvas, I think that'll be it. I think it'll be Willie Nelson. Hell yeah. Actually, someone, was that you? Who asked me to do that a long time ago, and I said I would, and then I never got around to it. Willie Nelson. Heck yeah. You know what? Maybe I will film it then. If it's Willie Nelson, I'm gonna film it. The only thing is I can't use any of his music for the video, so I'll have to figure out some good music that kind of seems Willie Nelson esque. That's a good idea. Willie Nelson. Willie. Yeah, that's good. That cover, the mint. Great, great rendition. I'm a stay-at-home stepmom of three. I paint mini wargaming figures. Of course you do. I would have guessed that if you would have had your picture in like in your avatar there. If it was a picture of you, that's exactly what I would have said. Bootjack Clay Shack. I would. I would. Oh, I don't know what you would, but I'm glad you would. You done good on that painting. I have loved the journey of your mind. Well, thanks, Diana. Your instincts have taken you to an impressionist, wonderful piece of art. Monet water lilies worth millions and millions. Monet's water lilies worth millions and millions. Well, his paintings are only worth that to people who are living still, not to him. Was he rich before he died? I don't know. I would love to be rich. It's getting there, boys. It's great being part of the creative process. Very well rounded. I really like the atmosphere that is created on your channel. You've got a good vibe going on. Well, thanks, Rosie. Such a rare artist. Truly, you are, Josh. I feel like you're just blowing smoke, but I appreciate it. The name of the other channel is just Josh and Chakota. That's correct. Such a amazing. So happy to see you live. A hummingbird came into my apartment here in Vancouver this year. Good luck. That's cool. Tammy is said, "LOL. I am disabled and I craft." What were my guesses? That you work at a craft store or you're a Taekwondo instructor. Uh, been watching while I bind my latest quilt. Guys, tell me if this is a cool idea. So we had to cover our garden because of frost, and we had to use just a bunch of blankets. But I thought it'd be cool to do a project where I take a whole bunch of like squares of fabric and like make a huge blanket. Now I don't really know how to sew. I don't have a sewing machine, but I think that would be sick just to have like a big ass sheet because we used like blankets and sheets and towels to cover it up, and like we didn't have enough, so I was like, we should make like a big 60 foot by whatever. That's probably not 60 feet. That's ridiculously long. 30 feet by, I think it's like 20 feet. 30 by 20 foot garden coverer. And I think it would be cool is if I like made like each square something cool. Finger painting smoke rings for Willie. How about a Diana Rigg tribute painting? She was awesome as Emma. I don't know who that is. Wow, you're still alive. Caitlin, yes. What do you do for a living? Judging by your picture, you're either you work at like a grocery store uh, or a realtor. Sheila. Wow, 3 hours. I've been on here for 3 hours. This is taking a while. I've been waiting for this to dry forever, and I keep not letting it dry, and it's just taking forever more. Let me get some purple up in here. What would you do differently if you were rich? I wouldn't do much of what I already do. I would do some stuff differently, I suppose. I mean, I don't know. I've never been rich. I've always been poor. So, I don't know what I would do differently necessarily. I know it would make life easier, which is a given. Everyone's life would be easier if they had more money, unless they already have more money than they need, I guess. But I would finish my house. If you were here earlier when I talked about my idea for the addition, I would do that. I would pay off my house. I would probably buy my mom a house. She has to move here soon. Um, I don't know. I don't know what I would do differently. I just would do more of the same stuff. It would just help me do the things I don't have, which is like the same for most people, or a lot of, maybe not most people, but a lot of people. That's the thing. Like when they say money doesn't buy happiness, yeah, it does. It just doesn't buy like the inner what it buys. Wait, it doesn't buy happiness, but it buys things that make you happy. But I'm already happy, so I don't know. It's kind of I don't know how to explain that. Money is like a tool. Who explained this to me not too long ago? They said someone said that money was a tool, or maybe it was on Facebook. Someone said I don't remember, but yeah, it's a good tool. It's like the tool. There should be a quilting club in your area. You should join and vlog it. Nah, I just want to do it kind of on the side. Your garden is 40 by 80. Our garden is 40 by 80. Says Caitlin. Ah, it's not a blanket, it's a quilt. Sounds great. I don't know what the difference is. That is so cool. Diana Rigg was an incredible role model to young women like me. Her character was so smart, strong, and independent. Says Vera to Kate. I wish I lived closer and could get a tutorial or afford to get you to make an amazing frame like you made for your wife's photography. You're both super talented. Well, thanks. Mimsy says, I'm a quilt maker. Or you could get people to send you squares of fabric, then it will have a part of all of us and cost a little less for you, but be priceless at the same time. That would be kind of cool too. Um, but they would all have to be like the same size for it to work properly. I guess they wouldn't have to be, but that's actually kind of a cool idea. But then I would have to be sure that everyone would want to do that. That's actually a good idea. I'm gonna say that was my idea because it was so good. No, I'm just playing. I used to want to be rich. Now I just settle for comfortable. Sure, yeah, me too. I don't need to be rich. I don't need money that I don't need. I just need the money that I need. You know what I mean? Your fans are literally watching paint dry on your channel. Yeah, yeah. Paint him at the White House smoking a joint. No, I will just paint his face probably. Uh, he might be smoking a joint, but yeah. Thanks, Linda. That's interesting, Kate. Any movies from? There's a lot of rich people who hate their lives. Yes, but I wouldn't hate my life because I'm already happy with not having money. I don't pursue money in a way that I think that it's going to make me happier. It will make my life easier, but like I don't care if I'm not rich at the same time as wanting to be rich. You know what I mean? and I have no problem working for my money. I don't need it to be this plopped upon me. Although I wish that it would be easy. Like it would just be if someone just came up to me that I could trust that there was no strings attached and was like, "Here's $1 million," I would be like, "Thank you. I could use this." I wouldn't be like one of those people who goes all like now I can finally be happy. I would be the same. I think. I hope. Imagine I just turn into a huge dick. Just suddenly just my morals and ethics change. Okay guys, this is getting to the done part. I'll probably do, as I said, I'll probably do a couple more little passes with it here and there before I bring it to the scanners, to Miles's, to air clicks there. I think there's a hair in this painting. I could be wrong. I was wrong. Okay. Spoiler alert, any walking money cannot make you happy, but the lack of money can be pretty rough. Yeah, it can make you happy. It absolutely can. Because, like, when I was a kid and I got money for my birthday, guess what? I was happy. I just don't think it's a solve for, like, your depression. And in that case, I would agree with you. But it absolutely can make you happy. In my opinion. My cousin was Edward what? He's the one who made it to Hollywood. His last gig was Knight Rider. You could specify the size and type the way everyone sends the right size fiber. Yeah. I need it to be 20 by 30. Then I only need one. Uh, I'm making a collaborative quilt to celebrate 100 years of women in the U.S. voting. People are sending me 6x5 blocks with their name, place, and the year they first voted. Oh, cool. We're so behind in the show. I believe we got through season 6, but that's it. We'll have to binge, I think you meant to say. Watch on Netflix to catch up. I'll be back. See you in a while, guys. Alright, Lewis. If anyone here is tired of having too much money, please keep me in mind. Same. Oh wow, Kate, he played Devin. I actually, well, you guys talking amongst yourselves. I'd be happy if I didn't have to work to pay for daycare with only $200 left from a paycheck after paying bills. Word. That's what I'm saying. It does make people happy. Uh, Missed the last little bit as I was running an errand. What did I miss? Oh, I don't know. Probably this and that, and a little bit of everything. Okay, we're almost done here, folks. I keep saying that, but I swear it's close. Buffering bad, huh? Yes, being stress free from paying bills would make me happy because this year I feel like I ran a marathon and paying bills. COVID did not stop the bills. Word, same here. Worst year I've ever had, I think. Yeah, definitely, actually. I would love to make a block if you still need some. Let me know. Mimsy to Colleen. You won the lottery for a second time, right? Love the purples in there. Thanks. Yeah, it's looking good. Uh, I'm glad you got the truck before COVID hit. Yeah, me too. What's the name of the singer of that beautiful song you played at the end of the vlog when you put up two pictures for Ashley's birthday? It's two times in that vlog, and I have all that information in the description. Oftentimes, if there's music that has words in it, like singing in it, that usually means that it's someone I know music, and I'll have that information in the vlog. If it's just random, like instrumental music, I always forget who it was because I have a whole bunch of songs that I use downloaded from the YouTube audio library. In which case, I don't say where that music is from usually, unless people really like it and enough people ask. But always check the description for the extra information that might not be in the video. Uh, Happiness is overrated. I work on just being content makes life good. Did you say happiness was overrated a long time ago? I think it's vastly underrated because people live better lives when they're happy. And you don't have to be joyful every second of every day. But if you don't have joy in your life, I can't imagine that your life would be worse with happiness. Underrated, in my opinion. If you think it's overrated, maybe you've just never known what happiness is. I don't know. Uh, that's a weird. That's too bad that you think that. Uh, when Josh stares intently at the camera, I always think the picture is frozen. He's so still. uh, Harems, finger painting as well. Finished a cartoon painting and working on a portrait. The Netherlands. Oh, you're from the Netherlands. Nice. Having no debt makes it possible to live on my social security check. Word. I don't have any debt either, except yeah, I also have no money. That song was almost written for you. Well, the lyrics were changed to for us. Like we changed the lyrics, some of the lyrics to fit us because that was our wedding song. And then I got my friend Scott to do it. Scott and Jarrett at my wedding. They both played, but Scott did the recording there. Okay. It's still not dry. Are you insane here? Uh, with nothing left over. You need to find joy in even the littlest things, as it is a great way to increase positive energy. Did you record your wedding? No, I did not. I retired in January, and so far 2020 has just been so awesome. Sad face. Yeah. My new year for 2022, my new year for 2022, the banks declare debt forgiveness for everyone. We go back to zero and start all over again worldwide. It has to happen. Banks are making up the debt figures. What? Are we missing a word in there? Did you mean the New Year's wish for 2022? The banks are making up the debt figures. Yeah, the thing is that yeah, the only option for a lot of people is to go into debt, which I think is freaking stupid. Like people are forced into that. I don't think it's stupid that people do go into debt. I do think it's stupid some of the decisions people make that only bring them further into debt. Like people who I actually know who talk about how like stupid it is for me to live in that my house the way I live in it. They're like, why do you even do that? Like, why is this a thing? Like, why don't you just get like you guys stress every single month wondering how you're going to pay for your bills, right? There's that kind of thing. They have a choice to not buy brand new cars when they have cars already. These people in particular who I'm thinking of, and they got like uh, a new car, so just one new car for the both of them. But then they also got other stuff that they didn't need, like snow toys and stuff like that, stuff for like like snowmobiles and whatever. I'm like, what are you doing? Why are you buying those? Like, sure you can buy something to make for fun or whatever, but like kind of dumb for you to say that I'm making mistakes by not going into debt and then you are going into debt when so many people have no choice but to go into debt and it ruins their lives. I can't fathom how that logic sits well with people. Doesn't make any sense to me. But if you have no choice but to go into debt, like I'm in debt for my house, like I don't own my house, right? Well, I guess technically I do, but I don't like I have debt on the house because the bank loaned me this. Anyways, that's a bummer. I forget what my point was. Once again, at least in Canada, you have health insurance. In U.S., that is such a struggle. Well, we don't have health insurance. We just have free health care, which is not free. We do have to pay for it in our taxes, but you cannot be denied for any reason, even if you're not a citizen, actually. Uh, but it's different in different parts of Canada. I would say Alberta has the best healthcare, although our current government is kind of sort of doing away with it and privatizing certain things, which is kind of a slippery slope because some of the things uh, you can have the option of private or getting the free, but some of them are now only private depending on what it is, like knee surgery and stuff like that. And then there's like that it, I wish it would not go to private at all for any reason. I just wish they would just improve the healthcare that we already have. But like we're in a lot of debt as a province, so because we depend too much on oil, and and the world is turning away from oil as a whole. But for some reason, we're not trying to innovate where I live in Alberta. I mean, we are, but like we're trying to hold on to these oil sector be going towards electric and whatever other renewable resources are because it's just better for the planet and it's better for like the long run in making money. If we fall behind in innovation, then sure we'll make money now by having all this oil, but then when we're using way less oil, it won't matter anymore. So I don't know. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. Politics suck. Okay. But it is good that we have the healthcare system that we have, especially Alberta. The way Alberta, as I started to say, has I would say the best in Canada. But we have wait times that come with it, which kind of suck. A lot of people don't like that. Well, I mean, if you need the care, then it sucks to wait. You don't have to wait if it's an emergency, really. Um, but if there's a lot of people in the emergency room that day, then you do have to wait. So there's that. But I mean, I guess there would be less people in the waiting room if it wasn't free because people wouldn't be able to afford to go, and then therefore the healthcare system would be less burdened, and more people would die, but which is not a good trade-off. So yeah, no, it's good to have a free system, but if you have to pay for it and people can't afford to, then those people have to choose to not go, unfortunately. So yeah, no, our healthcare system is good. It has its problems, but I wouldn't trade it for having to pay for it because I would be dead for sure because I would not be able to pay for what I've needed it for. My brother, my one brother, Mike, he would be dead. More dead than me because his treatments were over $1 million each, multi-million-dollar surgeries. Wouldn't have been able to pay for that. So, yeah. There are problems with it, but I can live with those problems. I can literally live with those problems. I know I've already said that a couple times, but I'm liking this. Okay. It's getting there. It's getting there. Thanks, Tracy. Uh, you also need some sun shining through the paint through your painting. Yeah, but it's supposed to be blurry as if it's kind of like wet outside, like it's dewy, so there's not very much sun. Trying to keep up with the Joneses is not a way to live either, right? Yeah. Uh, oh, thinking about how much people who have it harder would want to trade lives with you with your problems. Yeah, no, I think about that too. Relative things. I do think about that all the time. Like I think about like how we managed to get this property, how it's so like much room. The house is safe to live in. It's not super pretty, but like I'm like, yeah, no, we're pretty fortunate. We worked hard for this and we got it, but we could have worked hard and then had a situation that a lot of people are in. And yeah, no, I'm grateful for the life that I have, considering how shitty it could have been and how shitty it was at one point. You can come a long way and then realize, like, even though my life may have been bad in certain ways or whatever, certain thing, like it could have been worse. And I'm glad it wasn't. But I'm also sad that other people's lives are what I'm glad mine wasn't. You know what I mean? I mean, it can make you happy, but that kind of happiness is temporary. Ooh, which is that's probably what I meant to say earlier. Temporary happiness. Uh, I don't buy new clothes unless they wear out or don't fit. I don't care if it is not the fashion. Eventually, fashion comes back. LOL. Yeah, I don't buy new clothes either. Hardly ever, unless like you see how ripped my clothes are in the vlogs? Like those are my real clothes. I went down today and the Canadian dollar went up. Oh, nice. My friend moved his family to Michigan and they have no money issues, but his wife is now going through cancer treatment and their son just had his appendix out. That's a lot of money. Yeah. Uh, that is very interesting. I had no idea that your social services differed province to province. Yes. And we like, if one province is doing better economically than you have, well, to be honest, it's Alberta, two provinces, and Saskatchewan oftentimes will pay the eastern provinces uh, equalization payments uh, to kind of have the whole country work together. So, like, a province doesn't become, I don't know, the province. I don't know. We have a lot of diversity here in Alberta. A lot of people come here to work, or used to. Now with the oil sector kind of low level, you don't see as many people from all over Canada here anymore. Uh, Insurance companies are greedy SOBs. They'll happily take your money, but try to get it back when you need it. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Here, too. People are willing to pay, but not to the amount that you go bankrupt over your health. Right. But it bears repeating. Love the painting. Thanks. I like how you have made the wings stand out from the background. Yeah, I think it looks much better now, right? Hope you're having a good day. I am having a great day. I would not have been able to have had my back surgery either if it wasn't for our health care. Yeah, right? You probably had to wait a while for it, unfortunately. Or maybe you didn't. You're in Ontario. So don't they have like that place there? They have that place that people always go to Ontario for like knee surgery, back surgery, stuff like that, right? You got what's that? Um, he had to wait a whole year for his surgeries. But he got them, and now he's fine. He could have gone to the U.S. and paid for them because he's pretty well off, but he didn't. So interesting hearing about other countries living in total lockdown in Melbourne at the moment is difficult. Not so getting. We all had some sort of trials and difficulties in life. It is how you rise above, something that defines your character, and how you move forward. Make the most of what you have. Absolutely, Lewis. Happiness doesn't come from things. As long as you have a good place to live and sleep, you're good. You need to start that grateful journal and write something small every day. Imagine you just like open it up and you were like, something small. Really puts it into perspective when you write something small. Someone opens it up. How come it says something small over and over and over again here? And then you're just like, it helps this. Someone's like, what the hell? So we need to all count our blessings, even if that's we woke up today and that we could watch the sunshine. Josh, it's beautiful the way it is, but it could use another flower perhaps on the other side or beside the other one, but as a bud, that's not quite bloomed yet. There isn't room for it. I hear what you're saying, but like it would take away from this. Like if I were to take a snapshot of this and it had another flower here, I'd be like, damn it, I wish it didn't have a flower. I'm probably not going to post this picture. I think this works. See you later, Gene. You didn't tell me if you were a lawyer or a whatever grocery store. What did I say? Manitoba, but I had to wait a while, so now I have some permanent nerve damage in my legs, unfortunately, but no more nerve pain. Oh, you're in Manitoba, not Ontario. What day is it today? Wednesday or Thursday? Don't listen to Sharon. It is wonderful. What? What did she say? Oh, what? I don't think she was being mean. No, she would just put it in flower. I don't care. Thrift store flat sheets make great covers for your garden. Cheap too. Thrift stores cost more than getting them brand new nowadays for stuff like that. Okay, I think this is it, guys. Uh, this is what we're gonna have. Uh, yes, I got the package. I got it on Tuesday, Delphina. This is what we have. Okay, let me show it to you. Um, I'm gonna turn this camera around. Oh, Hank is barking again. So, sorry, I'm trying to hold this still, but I got. There we go. Okay, I gotta go get Hank. I don't know what he's barking at. Let me just set this up for you and I'll come back and say bye. Have a look at it. Oh, that's actually a pretty good shot, right like that. I'll see what it looks like with the light on. Yeah, it's a little brighter. Okay, I'll be right back. back. I'm back, guys. Okay, so that was Hank doing, I don't know what he was after, but probably a fox or something. All good now. Okay, so this is where we're at right now with this painting. I don't know why it's pulsing like that, but um uh let's move it back a little bit. For some reason I don't know why I don't know, was it pulsing like that the whole time? Uh but yeah. Why is it doing that? I don't know why it's doing that. That's annoying. Anyways, god damn it. That's so frustrating. Do you guys see that? Uh, what the heck? Why is it doing that? I don't know why it's buffering. Oh, there we go. There we go. This is what it's. Yeah, there we go. It's still doing it a little bit. Whatever. That's what it is. So next painting or whatever will be I guess Willie Nelson probably. I don't know. We'll see. Um, but I will have this on the Facebook or Instagram. Well, I'll have it on Facebook too. I'm gonna get it scanned, but I'll probably do a little bit here and there just to kind of get it, and then there will be a clear coated on it as well. I think this is spoken for. I'm gonna check my emails here probably tomorrow, and we'll figure that out. And then, but I'll have prints available for everyone else. And if you're on my Patreon, tier 3 will get this next month. So thanks guys for hanging out for 3+ hours while I finish this painting, or come close to finishing it anyways. I'm gonna let it marinate for a little bit, and then we'll see how it goes. So I'll post a picture of this now, and then I'll post a picture of it when it's like when it's done, like what do you call it, scanned, and even if it didn't change, you'll see a better what do you call it, better, like it'll be exactly what it is here. Better, not condition. What's the word? Better quality. There we go. It'll be a better quality. Okay. Thanks, guys. I will see you again. I should probably start filming a vlog here right away. Okay. See you later. Goodbye.